This afternoon from Athens, Georgia, an elimination game featuring the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the number 7 overall seed, the Georgia Bulldogs. Yesterday, Duke found its way into the regional finals with a 6-3 win, highlighted by this 3-run homer from Ben Miller and a pair of solo blasts from shortstop Wallace Clark. Duke into a regional final in Athens for the second time since 2018. Let's take a look at the bracket and what Georgia and Oklahoma State are playing for. A win today keeps them in this tournament. They would play a regional final game tonight. They need to win this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow in order to advance. And we welcome you inside our broadcast booth here at Foley Field in Athens, Georgia, with Jensen Lewis. I'm Mike Farron. Jensen, yesterday was a ton of offense throughout the day, but Oklahoma State has been the most prolific home run hitting team we've seen so far.
And also the top of their lineup really got going yesterday. Hitters 1 through 5 finally broke through. And when you look at where Oklahoma State came in, so hot offensively, Friday got shut down by Duke. Yesterday against Binghamton, really was able to get the arms extended. When you have a guy like Colton Ritchie swinging the bat the way that he is to, a huge boost to this Pokes offense.
11 home runs through 2 games so far for Oklahoma State. For Georgia, their struggles with left-handed pitching have been pretty real all season long. They're going to face another one today.
Harrison Bodendorf, the right man in the right spot here for Oklahoma State. Now, what do you do if you're Georgia? Because you got shut down in a big way yesterday. That's been the prevailing sentiment here, Mike, for Georgia's offense all year. They got to come up with one of their best offensive performances against the Southpaw and perhaps that Oklahoma State bullpen.
Rylan Zaborowski with a home run yesterday, his first since April 12th. He moves into the 2-hole today, an elimination game between two teams with great baseball history. Oklahoma State and Georgia play to stay in the tournament next. We are ready for baseball in this elimination game this afternoon. Georgia, the visiting team, despite the fact this game is in Athens. Colby Branch has had a really nice tournament for them.
Going to be fun to see what happens here, not only for this Georgia offense, but there's a tenseness in this Foley Field crowd today, Mike. We kind of observed it coming in today. Some of the fans just wondering how they're going to get to this great young left-hander in Harrison Bodendorf.
You see the numbers on the transfer from Hawaii, the co-Big 12 newcomer of the year. And a tough matchup for Georgia. Winner to the regional finals, an elimination game this afternoon. Bodendorf ready into the windup, and the first pitch of the ball game is upstairs. A ball, 1-0 to Slade Alford. Alford, the transfer a year ago from Mississippi State, has had a tremendous year on top of the Georgia lineup. 17 home runs for the athletic third baseman. A strike, it's 1-1. Jensen, I know the fans are still filing in. I know it's an afternoon start, and sometimes those can be uneven, but it really does feel like there is an intensity in the air today that the kind of thing that everybody knows that both of these teams are playing for their tournament lives.
Well, they're aware of what's happened not only here in Athens, but around the 16 regionals. What do we have? Upwards of 7 1 seeds that'll be playing in these elimination games today. They know what's at stake.
3-1 the count to Alford, and with that, there's already been one top seed eliminated. Oregon went 2-2 in the Eugene Regional. So a lot of the top teams playing for their tournament lives this afternoon. The 3-1 to Alford. Down low, and the leadoff man walks in the Georgia first.
Well, great start for the Georgia offense yesterday. And again, it's going to be a theme that we follow. The left-handed pitching of Duke was able to really stymie this offense and really keep them from some big-time crooked numbers. Harrison Bodendorf going to feature that 3-pitch mix, Mikey, sinker, slider, change. But they need a crooked number just like they had in that first contest against Binghamton.
Rylan Zaborowski homered yesterday into the 2-hole today. The DH transfer from Miami of Ohio. First pitch. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Zaborowski got off to a fast start this year. An injury helped to slow things. His home run yesterday is first in just over 6 weeks. Throw first and offered back. Here you see Zaborowski. 14 homers in the first half of the season, and an elbow injury cost him several weeks. This is the healthiest Georgia's lineup has been really since April 12th. Zaborowski back in the lineup. Robbie Burnett missed time at the end of the season with a hamstring issue. Trey Phelps is finally at full strength after a hamstring issue. Cost him 8 games early this year, and he really had to fight through it. There is a ton of power. This is the top home run hitting club in the nation. Outside and count 1 and 2.
And it seems to evaporate though against the southpaws, and that's I think Wes Johnson. You see pictured there, Trey Phelps in the hole. This is what he tried to do, a little shake up today, try and jumpstart this offense. Wants to get the crowd into it early.
The 1-2. Called strike 3. Top of the zone. Zaborowski down for the first out.
Now Harrison Bodendorf, Big 12 co-newcomer of the year, and this is why you're at all Big 12 first team are able to establish the inside part of the plate. That is a great sign for the junior left-hander. Be able to leverage that downhill. He's nice and tall and lanky, 6'5", 200 pounds. And that down angle, Mikey, being able to change eye level north and south, that'll be his MO against the middle of this Georgia lineup.
First, and Alford is back. You may wonder why Harrison Bodendorf, who is the top starter for Oklahoma State this year, is starting in an elimination game in their 3rd game of the tournament. There is a reason for that. Robbie Burnett takes a strike. It's 0-1. Bodendorf, normally you would see him go in the first game as a 3 seed, but with the matchup against Duke, the plan was to start Sean Youngerman and follow behind him with Mario Pesca. Well, Youngerman has been under the weather. He hadn't even been at the ballpark the 2 previous days. He is back with the team and in uniform today, which is great news. But they were unable to use him on Friday, so Pesca started, and he really struggled for Josh Holliday's club against Duke. So yesterday, against a Binghamton team that was a 4 seed, Josh Holliday rolled the dice a little bit, thinking, hey, if we are going to win this regional, we're going to need Bodendorf to pitch well against Georgia or against Duke as a fielder's choice towards the second out. So Bodendorf was held for today. Yesterday, they pieced it together very, very well. They beat Binghamton, and now they have their best starter, and potentially, if this gets to a Game 7, they'll have their second best starter available as well.
Take a look at the tag, and if there was a tag, you see any daylight in between there. Not sure if Wes Johnson would want to take a challenge this early in the game, but call the field wasn't out, so you get the lead runner, now 2 down for Trey Phelps.
Phelps a pair of homers in the regional opener. First pitch, strike, it's 0-1.
Well, best laid plans, right, for Josh Holliday. It was like, all right, we're going to react, and it's not about winning a game. It's about setting us up to win the regional. And you're right. This might be one of those diamond in the roughs where you get your best 2 arms in the 2 biggest games of the year.
Keeping a close eye on Burnett. Leads this Georgia team with 17 stolen bases. Well, nothing has gone according to plan for Oklahoma State this year. We'll talk more about that throughout the day. Pop-up, shallow right, going out. The second baseman, Smith, has it, and the inning is over. Bodendorf pitches around to lead-off walk. We go to the bottom of the first. Georgia 0, Oklahoma State coming to bat. Foley Field, Athens, Georgia. And we head to the bottom of the first inning in this elimination game between Georgia and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, the home team, and here's a look at their powerful lineup of 11 home runs in the first 2 games of this region.
Well, Colin Ritchie highlighted there because it's not only been the offense, but the defense has been stellar as well. You think about where Oklahoma State was from day 1 versus day 2, what a difference a day makes just for the confidence factor. Remember, that's what Josh Holliday told us. That's our MO. we get confident, we believe in what we're doing here, we got a chance to beat anybody.
Now they're going to have their hands full today. JT Quinn, the transfer from Ole Miss, will make the start. He was a starter for the Rebs a year ago. This is his 7th this year. He's pitched mostly out of the bullpen, but it's a big fastball.
It is a big one indeed. You're going to see at least mid-90s. He'll touch upwards of 97, 98. And primarily that four-seam and sinker, and then a lot of sliders. And you'll have a bit of a curveball as well, but it's power stuff, Mikey. And again, with Georgia knowing that they are going to have to find a way to get some length out of him, anxious to see where Wes Johnson takes him first time, potentially second time through the lineup.
Second year as the head coach, the former big league pitching coach. Won a national championship in his 1 year as the pitching coach at LSU back in 2023. Braden Smith leads things off. First pitch is up and away. 1-0 to Smith, the transfer from Iowa Western Community College. An Omaha native trying to get home. Oklahoma State has not been to Omaha in nearly a decade. 2016, the last time the Cowboys were there. That one misses, and the count 2-0.
You know, Braden Smith was the igniter yesterday, and really top of this lineup. We highlighted the open. Hitters 1 through 5, when they came to play, multiple contributions, multiple balls leaving the ballpark.
Takes a strike, it's 2-1. See Avery Ortiz, who had a 2-run home run yesterday in the on-deck circle, the shortstop who missed most of the year with a quad injury. Injury is a huge part of the story for Oklahoma State. They are without Aiden Miola, who has missed most of the season after having surgery. Smith serves it into center field. And that's out number 1. That's why Braden Smith moved from the outfield to second base. But Avery Ortiz is back. They are healthier, and this guy is a really fine young shortstop.
Tell you what, the way he moves, you know, the athleticism and the arm strength too, it kind of made the comp. His throwing motion reminds me of Carlos Correa, you know, with the Minnesota Twins, and you know, just right from the ear, nice and crisp on a line. But boy, did he swing the bat well yesterday.
First pitch to Ortiz. This is low, 1-0. This is Ortiz's 16th game of the season. He's missed 40-plus games this year. 1-1.
JT Quinn going to be primarily using the curve in advantage counts, slider as well, but gets most of the swing and miss on that curveball.
Strike 2, it's 1-2 to Ortiz.
Effectively efficient. If I'm JT Quinn, it's not a matter of innings. I just want to collect outs, be very good with your pitch-to-pitch mentality.
He hasn't gone more than 4 in any start this season. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. It's been really interesting watching the Georgia starters, especially early in the game. They take their time, and it stands in contrast to a lot of pitchers in the pitch clock era, right? The pitch timer has sped guys up, which has been great for pace of play. But they really seem like they take their time working into the start. Tapper back to the mound. Quinn has it. 2 outs. Last night, it was an absolute packed house here at Foley Field. They had a
party.
Sellout crowd. This afternoon, it's a little more sparsely attended. Now, it's Sunday. It's still early. They're getting going out in right field.
Fun zone probably slept in a little bit today, and I can understand why.
But fans still pouring in, trying to keep Georgia's season alive. You know, tonight, if they are able to advance, it will be raucous against Duke again. Nolan Schubert hit a long home run yesterday. 18 on the year for the right fielder from suburban Detroit.
That's a stretch of Josh Holliday's lineup where you get 3 lefties in a row, and all 3 of them have been so important to this team's success.
Strike. Here's Schubert's home run yesterday. This one cleared the scoreboard to Foley Field. Listen, I know this is an extreme home run hitter's ballpark, but of the 7 homers Oklahoma State hit yesterday, according to their staff, they averaged 411 feet on each blast. Schubert to deep left field, way back, and Oklahoma State leads 1-0. Nolan Schubert the other way to get the Cowboys on the board.
Now we've seen some opposite field home runs here this tournament, and some of the high homers that have made it. That one is just a straight up power hitter taking advantage. And look where the pitch ends up. Belt high to a 3-hole hitter. You're asking for trouble if you're JT Quinn. Allow the arms to get extended. That's a big league swing right there. Just taking it right there. And Trey Phelps,
he broke in on that ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
Phelps, a utility man who plays all 4 corners for Georgia. It's Colin Ritchie, who's been the hottest hitter for Oklahoma State's here. Left field has been very strange here. The ball really seems to carry in that area, kind of where Phelps is standing now, just kind of the straightaway left, let's say. But we have seen more left fielders in this regional get bad reads on balls, and I can't quite figure out why.
Well, so far, and we'll do a little comparison from yesterday, the sky is a bit similar, the haze, you know, and just trying to get the initial read off the bat, and that is confused. And all 4 teams in this regional, their left fielders have had issues at various points in the day games as well.
1-2 the count to Colin Ritchie. The cleanup man takes low, and the count 2-2. A pair of home runs yesterday. 8 different hitters have homered for Oklahoma State in this region. Ritchie have to stop his practice swing there because Henry Hutter was in his path. 2-2 the count to Ritchie. The pitch. Upstairs, the count 4.
Good fastball right there, trying to get maybe a little bit of elevated chase from JT Quinn. Yeah, I can envision he could come back with a slider or a curveball if he wanted to. Gotta be down if it's off speed.
Off the outside corner for ball 4. Hutter wanted it. And already some chirping from the Georgia dugout. And our home plate umpire, Matthew Wilbanks.
Wow. I'll tell you what, if I'm JT Quinn, it's probably elevated. Again, where it crosses the plate. So that's probably what the call was, but he wanted that one, a little body English to try and get it. Critical 2-out walk right there.
Continues the inning for the slugging Colin Brueggemann in the 5-hole today, the first baseman. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. Brueggemann with 15 home runs on the season. Runner bluffs going from first, a swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Here's what Brueggemann did yesterday. I mean, these were not cheapies that they hit at all.
And again, this is, you know, you saw Schubert's home run, and very similar in the idea of you just get it up there and it can just continues to travel. Mike, we've seen that in the day games thus far. You get it going that way, it just keeps on going.
In the dirt, 1-2. I mean, we talked about this a lot over the first 2 days, right? 10% of fly balls go out of the ballpark in the average P4 ballpark. 15% go out here. It is an extreme home run environment. It is very short as you move around past the batter's eye into right field. It's 3:14 down the line. It's only 3:65 to the power alley.
There's a couple of swings Brueggemann had day one where he missed, and you could tell visibly frustrated that he should have taken advantage. Yesterday, they didn't miss many mistakes.
2-2 the count. Brueggemann swings and misses, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma State gets the lead thanks to their slugger, Nolan Schubert.
Well, he's the 3-hole hitter they've been relying upon all year to get him to this spot, and he strikes first. Oppo Taco, feed the trees early on a Sunday. Pokes out the early 1-0 lead here at Athens.
Take you around to all of the action today from the 16 regional sites. First pitch upstairs to Christian Adams. It's 1-0. This is a lot of elimination action.
Just going to say, yeah, this is one of those great scoreboard watching afternoons, too. A lot of 1 seeds with their seasons on the line.
Adams started at second base last night, getting to start at first. Georgia moves players around probably more than any Power 4 team, and it was interesting hearing Wes Johnson's philosophy on that, Jensen, in that this is a guy that came from pro ball, right? He's got a lot of college coaching experience, but he was in the big leagues as a pitching coach with the Minnesota Twins. And he said, hey, that flexibility is something that teams really look for at the next level. Popped up. Foul ground. Brock Thompson, fine young third baseman for Oklahoma State, makes the catch.
Yeah, it's kind of the part of your recruiting in college, too. And, assistant coaches, head coaches come in, hey, what other sports do you play? Best thing you can do, well-rounded, just so they know you've been in different situations. You have, that well-rounded, cross-trained physique and body. Yeah, you want to be able to mold guys into what their skill sets are going to make them and maximize potential, but more versatility, the better.
One out for Colby Branch, 4-hit game in the regional opener. Another hit last night and a terrific defensive play as well in the 9th inning.
I'm telling you, as a reliever, that is a play you're asking for when you come out of the pen. Super athletic, but so smooth in making that.
It was a pirouetting play towards the middle of the field. And he gets hit by a pitch here. So 1 out. Base runner for Georgia, trailing by a run in the second.
That one did not feel good. Right in the sensitive spot. And again, another base runner. Early offense, been something that Georgia is really trying to find against left-handed pitching as Branch tries to work that out.
Here's a look at that play we were talking about in the 9th inning from Branch.
Oh, man.
Taking away a base hit from Jake Berger. The next player homered, too, Wells Clark. So
I mean, he's in center field. He's in center field going away from his throwing side. Just a majestic play.
Underrated mustache, too. This is the Mustache Regional.
Yeah. He's on the podium.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a medal winner.
Hunter Watkins at Oklahoma State has a terrific one. Obviously, Ben Miller.
Ben Miller's your gold medalist.
If you haven't been paying attention, Ben Miller has the full-blown Raleigh fingers. Up and in, and Black says that it clipped the top of his helmet, and he's aboard. Ryan Black getting the start at second today. And back-to-back hit by pitches, and Georgia is threatening.
Well, I tell you, a little uneasiness here from Harrison Bodendorf. A little wild with the fastball command. And Georgia dugout, yeah, they're loving it. It's Colton Smith from last night.
He's got a legit stash.
Fu Manchu.
That's a good look. That's a good look for a reliever.
If you throw hard and you get a lot of swing and miss. If you're soft tossing righty, 88 to 90.
I don't know, like Rod Beck didn't throw all that hard.
Yeah, but
he got a lot of, he had a great change.
I mean, that's,
different time.
Yeah. Yeah. Trevor Hoffman had a Fu Manchu at one point.
He had the full goatee.
Yes.
Bruce Gossage had it as well. It was very popular. Bodendorf only hit 6 batters all season, and now he's hit the 2 in a row here as Nolan McCarthy shows bunt and takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, interesting strategy here, showing the bunt, knowing you've already got 1 down. Probably just trying to see if Bodendorf can control the zone here. McCarthy also one of the offensive heroes against Binghamton.
Transfer from Kentucky waits. Runners go, and he dumps that one down the right field line, slicing and going foul.
I mentioned yesterday seeing a little Rajay Davis a la the 2016 World Series against Aroldis Chapman. That's right about where Raj had it. And you can see just trying to put this ball in play, a little hit and run. Wes Johnson trying to get some chaos, trying to jumpstart this offense in any way possible.
Georgia had just 1 hit with a man in scoring position yesterday in their 6-3 loss. 0-2 the count. Really creeping up on the bat there. The pitch coming to McCarthy. Upstairs, 1-2.
If I'm Georgia, I'm letting Harrison Bodendorf dig his own hole here. Do not help him in an advantage count. See Wes Johnson encouraging his group.
The pitch, 2-2. You talked a lot the first 2 days about Georgia being a team that you can beat up with velocity. You've got to be able to command it, right?
And you have to, but you know, Bodendorf not the mid to high 90s fastball that traditionally you'd want there. 90 to 93 average. That's still gettable.
Pickoff throw to second on the runner back.
And if you're McCarthy, you're kind of setting that bar, though. You want to set it right at your face mask. Don't chase anything up there. Be disciplined. See it a long time. Put the ball in play.
2-2. Popped up. Foul. First base sideline. Nothing. Oklahoma State top of the second in this elimination game here in Athens.
Kind of an early moment here, right? Georgia knowing they're the road team as well. We've got to find some magic with runners in scoring position to jumpstart this group.
The 2-2 again. Another foul by McCarthy. Choking up on the bat certainly has helped him to fight off a number of pitches so far.
Now you see him keep patting his chest like, come on, boys, we got it. Got to be battling here. Great job driving up a little pitch count. 25 pitches now through an inning and a third. 7th pitch of this at bat as well.
Runners get the lead again. The 2-2. Back to the mound. Bodendorf to second and on to first, not in time. The throw a little bit offline, and a good job by Smith to get the out at second base.
Now you can kind of tell the footwork and maybe a little wonky spin off the bat. Kind of see how Bodendorf reacts to this. All right, so maybe just not getting the feet set, or the extra shuffle. The extra shuffle did it. He probably was ready to throw and saw that the infielder wasn't that close or ready for him. That, or he just didn't have the grip. Either way, break for Georgia. That extra second allows McCarthy to get safely to first. Still alive here, first and third with 2 down.
The number 9 hitter, Henry Hunter, bats. He hit a home run yesterday. He struggled against left-handed pitching this year, but started to bring Georgia back. Cut the deficit to 4-2. And off the starter, Kyle Johnson. Ripped foul past first.
Would have been a game of inches. And that one would have been as big a boost to the Dogs as they've had or they've needed all weekend.
Runners get their lead at the corners. Senior catcher 11 home runs now on the season, hitting in the 9-hole. The 0-1. The 0-2.
Now Bodendorf not usually going to throw the left-on-left changeup, but that one disappearing right under Hunter's barrel. Well diagnosed by this battery. Doherty, Bodendorf going to work.
Hunter really struggled with James Talon yesterday. He had a double steal attempt, and out at the plate is Colby Branch. Bodendorf wasn't falling for McCarthy, tripping between first and second, and guns down Branch at the plate to end the inning.
Wow, what a gamble. Wes Johnson putting some chips to the middle, trying a little shock and awe campaign. Oklahoma State discipline executing to perfection. Bodendorf savvy with the step off. Excellent throw. Pokes escape any damage. They lead at 1-0.
1-0 Oklahoma State as we go to the bottom of the second. Colby Branch thrown out trying to steal home to end the top of the inning. Let's take another look at it.
Well, it feels a little desperate for Wes Johnson this early in the game. That kind of gives you a mentality idea of where they're at. And the base running, that's just not how you run that play if we're being frank about it. You know, that runner on first has got to be able to draw the throw and allow that runner at third to have that extra time. So a gamble that doesn't pay off, and Oklahoma State the beneficiary.
Boy, Branch broke at the exact same time that McCarthy did. Just ran them out of the inning. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Listen, I know Georgia has struggled badly enough with left-handed pitching this year that Wes Johnson made motivational T-shirts to try and help them. We'll talk to Wes Johnson about this coming up in the top of the third inning. But, boy, that was a surprising move here in the second inning. Upstairs, 1-1.
So now, you know, two sides of this coin, right? You see Branch, JT Quinn has got to find a way to be able to get a scoreless inning here. That's a momentum shift in the favor of Oklahoma State. Got to be able to shut it down here.
The 1-1 to Doherty. Takes. And the count 2-1. Doherty, the senior catcher. Pitch, he swings and hits one high in the air to left. Trey Phelps is going back, reaching for the wall. He's got room to make the catch for out number one. That's as surprising as anything that somebody had room to make a catch on the warning track.
97 off the bat. And with that launch angle, you felt, all right, he did what he had to do, get it up in the air. And for Phelps to just be dancing with the warning track, and that's as far as it went. That's a break for Georgia.
Alex Conover got the start yesterday. Left-handed hitting outfielder. Takes outside, ball one. Pitch, tapped foul, it's 1-1.
Kind of like Quinn's arsenal thus far. He's actually, been pretty crisp, pretty efficient so far. 29 pitches again here with an out recorded in the second. And you talked about it, it has not gone longer than 4. So again, maintain that idea. I'm just collecting outs here. I want to be effective and efficient.
The 1-1 to the transfer from Cowley College, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. It is really quiet in here right at this moment. Now the clapping starts. Tap or foul, 1-2. It feels
nerves are
like,
there.
Yep, there's a lot of nerves. After last night, Georgia had chances late in the game to come back and beat Duke. You had a very energetic crowd last night. But the arms folded tell you that people are a little concerned at this moment, down 1-0. Brian Curley, last night's starter for Georgia. The pitch in the air to right and deep, and Conover hits it over the scoreboard. 2-0 Cowboys.
Well, yet again, a pitch out over the big part of the plate, and when you pitch at this park, home team or away team, you had better get it in or you better get it down if you're going to have off speed. I'll tell you what, left-handers have feasted down and in. 99 off the bat, 391 over the fence, and a 2-0 lead for Oklahoma State, and their dugout loves it.
Brock Thompson into the 8th spot. The freshman third baseman takes a strike. It's 0-1. 97 that time for Quinn. I'll be honest, I didn't think off the bat that ball was going 400 feet or close to 400 feet, but he cleared the scoreboard. 0-2. There have been more home runs hit in this regional than any other so far this year.
By a wide margin.
Yeah. Tap foul. I was doing a little research, and the saying here is that you feed the trees with the home runs, right? And I was curious what happens when you overfeed a tree. It's not like you can exercise it, right?
Nowhere for the water to go.
It's not like suddenly that the trunk is going to get bigger.
Right.
It will occasionally stunt the tree's growth if you overfeed it. So
it doesn't look that way outside those walls.
I'd like to thank my staff arborist, google.com, for that information. It's always important to have an arborist on staff.
What other experts do we need to go to in a pinch here?
Well, that kid's got it figured out, right? Get a foul ball and a pizza? That's a pretty good Sunday.
That is our culinary correspondent as well, with the personal pan pizza.
That kid's had a great day. You probably like the Bulldogs to be leading. That one bounced foul, but otherwise, pretty good.
Now you even kind of look how more magnified last inning, how it ended was. That homer extending the lead almost feels like a 2-run swing.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, foul tip. Thompson stays alive.
The other part of last inning, too, just to put a bow on it, Mikey, and you mentioned it, you don't clear the 9-hole. So now Henry Hunter has to lead off that top of the third inning, down at least 2-0.
0-2 the count, the pitch. Liner foul. Into the right field bullpen. And a lot of clapping on the Oklahoma State bench.
Well,
this pitch will be the 8th of the at-bat for Thompson.
Starting to see some comfortability from Oklahoma State in the box. You really, when you get guys hitting foul balls like that, you know they're seeing it well.
Little tapper past the mound. Going to be a tough play for Alford. The third baseman's throw is late. And Thompson beats out the infield single.
I wonder if Branch would have had a better angle of that. See if there is, this guy's communicating, almost converging right there, momentum. He probably were, a 9-1 was probably going to get him right there, but it's kind of no man's land play.
It felt a little bit like Branch got a late break on that ball too, and I wonder if that's why Alfred ended up cutting him off on it, or got there first. Garrett Scholl, the freshman, hits. Switch hitter takes in the dirt, 1-0.
So 39 will be number 40, pitch number 40 here. Long AB, starting to get into the heat of the day, and Mike, see what JT Quinn is able to do. Bouncing back into the zone.
2-0. Scholl, a freshman, had a home run in the first game against Binghamton. Excuse me, against Duke. He had a rough day defensively. Again, another guy left field that has had some trouble. That was in the night game. He had misread a ball that turned into a triple. Had trouble with the ball that was hit over his head that just kept carrying. Out of the lineup yesterday and back in today. This is a guy that is going to be a real building block piece for the next couple of years with Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
He and Thompson at first are freshmen. Ortiz at short and Ritchie in center field. That's the core of Oklahoma State's team the next couple years. And they're big contributors right now. The 2-1. 2-2.
Good off speed from Quinn to get even. Now you'd love nothing more than a ground ball to Branchard or Black up the middle. Get yourself and your mates back to the bat rack.
2-2 the count. Georgia fans trying to get Quinn some help with a little bit of noise, and that one misses. And the count now full to Scholl.
Wow. Oh, man, this is real close. Just low, I tell you. File that one away, see what that strike zone is later in the game.
Thompson runs, the 3-2 swing and a miss. The throw by Hutter is not in time. It's a stolen base. And Thompson, I think, kind of collided with Branch there. You saw them exchange pleasantries.
It's a heck of a throw. And trying to keep the tag on to see if Thompson were to come off of it. Take a look at the contact. Clearly in safe. Just carrying the momentum. Nothing malicious there whatsoever.
Just kind of got him on the chin, it looked like.
Just the momentum carrying him in there.
Thompson okay. And a big second out. Now the lineup turns over for Braden Smith. He flying out to center his first trip. Smith with 11 home runs this season. Lines it into left field, a base hit. Thompson around third. He's heading home. Phelps' throw comes into the cutoff man, and it's 3-0 Oklahoma State.
Wow. That is exceptional. 2 out hitting with runners in scoring position. Take the pitch where it's at and just keep your approach real simple. Just fillets that into left field. Trey Phelps was going to have no chance of getting the runner at home. All of a sudden, we thought it was quiet before here at Foley Field. You can hear the pin drop right now. Pokes up 3-0.
Well, you talked about the shifted momentum after the double steal attempt. Branch being thrown out at the plate, and you're right, it is swung fully in Oklahoma State's favor. Now, Georgia has the most powerful offense in the country, so they are not out of this by any means, but they're going to need a stop here with Ortiz up. Ooh, nearly threw away that pickoff throw.
And now, because of the elimination element of this game, Wes Johnson is going to have to start spinning the wheels maybe quicker than he'd want to. Quinn already at 45 pitches, the deficit at 3.
That's a great point, too, because you have to win 3 more games to win this regional. Tamper back to the mound. Hutter slides, makes a great play to throw out Ortiz and end the inning. Henry Hutter, some sparkling defense behind the plate.
Do or die play, because if that ball gets away or the inning continues, more damage, but perhaps avoiding some more run scoring. Georgia gonna need to get the bats going. They're down 3, headed to the 3rd.
We'll talk to Wes Johnson, their head coach, next. Top of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Oklahoma State. We're joined now by Georgia head coach Wes Johnson. And Wes, we saw that double steal attempt at the end of the top of the 2nd. What happened on that play? What was the thought process behind it, too?
Yeah, you know, when you got a guy like this you're going against on the mound, I mean, he's he really traditionally doesn't walk guys. He's tough to hit. You're just trying to jumpstart something. You know, he was left on left right there, and yeah, I mean, okay, sorry, I thought we had the wrong guy. But yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, you're just trying to jumpstart and get some going against a really good pitcher.
Yeah, Wes, when you think about what the staff looks like behind JT Quinn here, obviously elimination scenario, what have you liked from him? What does he need to improve on?
Yeah, you know, tip your hat. They battled him a little bit, worked some counts in their favor. We give up one on a 1-2 count, which we got to do a better job in those leverage counts of getting some chase. But other than that, he's throwing the ball fine.
Wes, before we let you go, as Hunter gets hit by a pitch to start the inning, I know you made T-shirts for your guys at one point that said, "I love hitting left-handed pitching," and I love the idea behind it. But what have you noticed with the at-bats against lefties for you guys this year?
Yeah, you know, I mean, when you hit home runs, and you guys know this, you're going to have more of a pull to pull side gap approach, and sometimes that can get you in trouble against certain left-handers. And it's just so happened that some guys have gotten us with that. But that's our game, and you're just trying to get a little confidence with them because we can do it. So it worked out good. The guys liked it. We actually swung the bats well against a lefty the next game out, and we need to get that going right now.
I love that Brian Curley was wearing the shirt last night under his jersey. Wes, we appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, and go Dogs.
Wes Johnson, the great head coach of Georgia, joining us, and he is always man. He is so much fun to talk to. I think he watches more college baseball than Mike Rooney does. Like, he's just he is so locked in. When I saw him on Thursday, I didn't see Wes in a while. The first thing he's like, where you been? What's been going on? Like, he wanted to know everything about who I'd seen. He wanted to tell me about what he'd seen. Like, he loves college baseball. He's scouting games that have no relevance to Georgia. Slade Alford feeds the trees. It's a one-run game. Alford's 18th of the year. What was it that Wes Johnson just told us about if your game is power and you're going to pull it? Like, that's who they are.
Well, that is the swing that may jumpstart this group. And from a guy at the top that's been the table setter most of this season, bang! Knew it as soon as it left the bat. 109 miles an hour, 438 feet. And Wes Johnson like, I told you guys, nothing to worry about. Move along. Nothing to see here. All good.
Guess the T-shirt worked again. Wes Johnson having a conversation. It's our first base umpire, Chris Koski. And last night, there was an issue. Chris Koski, their first base umpire, was at second last night and was concerned about some celebration from Duke's team, and specifically James Talon, after a big strikeout in the 8th inning. And he and Chris Pollard had some words. This is going to be because he tossed the bat towards the Oklahoma State dugout. That's why he got upset, I think. So one of the things that umpires are looking for, Jensen, is where that bat flip is. They don't want something that's going to try and provoke the other team, right? And so I think a lot of times you see something like that where it just happens to be up the first base line, and the umpires are hyper aware of it. To the left side, Thompson will throw out Zaborowski for the first out.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm Slade Alford, I'd do anything to get my boys going. The swing is one thing, but now you got to remember.
There's some chirping going on with the Oklahoma State dugout and Zaborowski, too.
You lit the fuse when Alford took his time, and then the bat flip didn't help matters. Take a look at it here. Yep. Doherty letting him know, like, that's enough of that.
Warning coming from the first base umpire, coming all the way down to meet him at home plate.
And now you got a ball game. Now we're alive and well here. Dogs feel like they've got some air in the lungs. Now going to try and impose their will.
Two 2-0 the count to Burnett.
Welcome to the modern era of baseball.
Are you not entertained? 2-1.
You know, we were driving over today. I was telling you, I was like, I remember there were times you took matters in your own hands if a hitter did that to you. Not the case anymore.
Boy, Wes Johnson really letting Matthew Wilbanks have it. 3-1.
I appreciate the fire. Again, your season's on the line. You know, anything you can to gain a competitive advantage here.
Called strike on the outside corner. Burnett didn't like it.
All right, you be the judge. I'll tell you what, pitch presentation at least gave Oklahoma State a chance for that to be a 50-50 ball.
3-2. Burnett up the alley in left center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Burnett a big turn at first. He'll hold on. A one-out single, and he's trying to get his boys fired up.
Alive and well now. Holyfield faithful feeling the moment. Middle of this lineup had to be clutch.
Rob Walton, the pitching coach for Oklahoma State, former head coach at Oral Roberts, and star for the Cowboys heading out to the mound. Walton announced he will be retiring at the end of this season. Longtime college coach. This feels like more than anything, it may not even be calm down Bodendorf, but try and settle down this crowd a little bit.
Yep. He's trying to hit the brake pedal a little bit, coming down the hill. You can feel it getting bumpy. This is why you have a junior left-hander in there. Someone who's been battle tested, talked about it in the open. Guy that is equipped for this situation. Josh Holliday said it. If you're going to have someone on the hill in this kind of spot, we love where we're at. Now if you're Harrison Bodendorf, you have got to get down in the zone. Did a great job changing eye level first time around, but now you can kind of sense a couple ABs in a row, a couple of loud swings. This Georgia offense all of a sudden looking like they're confident at the plate.
Trey Phelps homered twice in the regional opener in the 20-4 win over Binghamton. He's the go-ahead run at the plate, just in the top of the third. Net back. You might want to get on an app and order some food, folks, because I would not want to get away from the couch in this one. This is, I'll go on a limb and say 3 runs will not win this game today, Jensen. 1-0. These are two teams that have a ton of power. The pitch. Outside, 2-0. For the first time today, we're starting to hear a little barking, too, from the Georgia faithful.
Yeah, you can tell that all they needed was something to ignite some optimism. Trey Phelps can be the matchstick here.
The pitch. Strike, and the count 2-1. This inning started with a hit by pitch of the number 9 hitter. Alford the homer, and the one-out single here from Burnett. 2-1 the count to Phelps. Very concerned with Burnett. Now, he's their leading base stealer, but he's been dealing with a hamstring issue.
Well, but either way, and I understand why, you want to keep him out of scoring position with less than 2 outs as much as possible. More importantly, the opportunity for the inning-ending double play.
Perfectly located pitch for strike 2.
Hey, listen, they can be mad all they want. That's a pitcher's pitch right there. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Bodendorf. Pitch presentation, that's been called though, so you're just gonna have to live with it.
Another toss over to first.
So if you're Phelps with that in mind, knowing that got called, You don't have to necessarily expand the zone too much, but you got to be aware that trigger has been pulled a couple of times already.
It's so tough. If you find lefties that can command that part of the plate, they tend to have a ton of success. Tries to come in again, and Phelps was shaking his head before it even got to the plate, saying, no, that's a ball, and the count's full.
I'll tell you, some of the barking might have scared off. Oh, man.
No. Yeah. 3-2. And another throw over to first.
Well, if you're Burnett, get a great secondary lead here. Anything in the gap, he's got to score the tying run.
In the air to right, going back is Schubert, still going back, leaps, it's off the wall. Burnett on his way to third, he's gonna hold there, the ball is bobbled, he's coming home, Phelps to third, we're tied.
Put the ball in play, good things can happen, and this is why you got to be aware as a base runner. Ball just kept tracking, man. It just kept going. Phelps thought he almost got it. Off the wall, Schubert can't get to it, and here's the calamity. You got to come up clean to get it back into the infield. Burnett was stopped at third. He wasn't even coming around to score. The air there. And we are all tied, and boy, how good looking are you, Trey Phelps?
Boy, there is a lot of yakking going on right now. Georgia's third base coach and our third base umpire, Matt McKendry. Somebody needs to de-escalate this situation a little bit. We need to have some cooler heads here. And you hope that the officials can do that, but it hasn't happened to this point. Christian Adams to center field, breaking in, now going back, Ritchie, it's gone!
Well, the Dogs are barking now. 5-run third inning, and welcome to it.
And now the umpires meeting again.
Look at the pitch. Center cut, belt high. Matter of where this thing was going to end up. Another bat flip towards the Oklahoma State bench. This one 416 feet, 102 miles an hour off the bat. Incoming in center field, and incoming is a Georgia lead.
Josh Holliday is now out. There's a lot of talking going on from both benches at this moment. It has gotten heated quickly, and Georgia has a 5-run third inning. Josh Holliday now talking with Chris Koski, our first base umpire, and Matthew Wilbanks. Listen, Adams was way down the first base line when he flipped
Sure
that.
was.
And that to me is a little different than the first one we saw.
No, I think he knew he had it there. Probably should have just let the bat go. And that's what Josh Holliday is amped up about, because it's not the first time it's happened.
But he also wasn't looking at the dugout. He wasn't looking at, listen, these are big emotions. These are big moments for these kids, right? There is a line between trying to nip it in the bud and letting him play.
He might also be getting some time here for his bullpen to start getting loose as well. Yes, addressing what happened in front of his dugout, and he realizes this has been a complete 180 in favor of Georgia.
Georgia with a 5 spot has taken the lead, and Colby Branch hit. Still only 1 out in the third.
Wow. Boy, did that happen fast.
It has lit a fire under this crowd, too. 1-0 the count. An elimination game today. You have to win to stay in the tournament. And get a chance in a regional final tonight against Duke. Bouncer foul.
Well, the left-handed pitching was a kryptonite. We highlighted it. Duke had the number yesterday. Yes, the 2 hits go for 2 homers, but today almost feels like the desperation plus a couple of balls leaving the yard has finally given them a moment of clarity.
The 1-1. Branch takes outside. It's 2-1. Now the pitch count really climbing. For Bodendorf, this next one will be his 50th. It's been a long inning for the lefty. The pitch on the ground into the shift. Smith will throw him out, 2 outs. That'll bring up Ryan Black.
Yeah, if you're Bodendorf here, and everything that's transpired is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. You got to focus back in, execute down in the zone, elevate when you need to. Do not allow the emotion of the crowd to overwhelm you at this point. What's done is done. You're going to have the short memory here.
Ryan Black hit by a pitch in the second. First pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball. It's 0-1.
Basically what a difference a couple innings makes, Mike. Runners on, 429, 3 for 7 Georgia is today. Done finally some damage, 3 of their 4 hits for extra bases.
1-1. Misses, and they count 2 balls and a strike to Black.
Got to be thinking, if you're Josh Holliday, I know you probably want to get Bodendorf through the inning, but you got to have at least an arm ready, just knowing where you are in the lineup as well.
The 2-1, ripped foul. 2-2. Bodendorf gave up 5 runs in his last start against Kansas. Also, the 2 homers in the game, tied for the most he's given up in a game this season. Wow. And now, this is a guy that pitches at O'Brate Stadium, which is a great hitter's ballpark. The 2-2 to Black. Chopper back to the mound. Bodendorf to first, inning over, but Georgia has taken control of this lead because of their power.
They've been absolutely a different ball club. Now that the ball has left the park. Huge home run by Alford to bring him to within 1. And how about Mr. Adams? Come on down. Your table is ready. And the Dogs on top by 2.
This is a college.
We having fun?
Things have gotten a little spicy. First pitch to Nolan Schubert misses from JT Quinn. Well, Quinn, giving up a couple of home runs of his own, now finds himself with the lead here in the third, and momentum squarely in the corner of Georgia. 1-1.
Most important part of this inning, I know we've highlighted it, especially in yesterday's elimination game. You've got to do everything possible, even after a long time sitting in the dugout. Feed that strike zone, but also be mindful of staying ahead in the count.
One and 2 the count.
A dangerous part of the year. When we talk about a chance for a rebuttal, this is the spot if you're Oklahoma State. Like, all right, you took the haymaker there, top of the third, but you got your big boys lined up right in a row to answer.
Schubert waiting for the 1-2 from Quinn. Count 2-2. Schubert has been a well-known power hitter since he was in high school. Former perfect game All-American. He is 4th all-time in home runs in Oklahoma State history. Takes low in the count 3-2.
Kind of a dangerous spot here too, right? You know, don't want to allow Oklahoma State to get right back on the horse. Leadoff man on, chance to bring the tying run to the plate.
The 3-2, swing and a miss. And the leadoff man gone in the bottom of the third.
Not really good off speed from JT Quinn. Critical first out right here. Pitch execution paramount in these spots in the middle of the order. Boy, that is right off the table. Excellent slide piece. Down angle, 88 miles an hour.
Colin Ritchie will hit. He drew a walk back in the first inning. Swing and miss.
Backswing right there on Hunter.
Knocked his mask off. See Ritchie's numbers. He hasn't gotten quite as much attention as some of the other power guys in this lineup, but man, is he a really good offensive player. 19th rounder and 23 by the Orioles. It's a piece of it, it's 0-2.
You kind of tell now that JT Quinn has gone a lot more off speed here and really forcing particularly some of the lefties to show that they can not only make contact with it, but try and drive it with authority.
The 0-2 on the ground to second. Black will throw to first in time to get him 2 outs. Colin Brueggemann will bat.
Well, if Quinn can get them off the field here in a 1-2-3 inning, you're going to get a big sigh of relief from the faithful. Big shutdown opportunity early in the game, and more so a decision for Josh Holliday upcoming. Knowing your season's on the line, Odendorf, 27 pitches, long inning there in the third.
And swings and misses 0-1. It's interesting to me that the crowd was so revved up in the top of this inning. And now, here in the bottom of the inning with Quinn pitching, it's very, very quiet again. I mean, golf quiet.
Need Quinn putting from 60 feet to make a birdie? Does he have a chance?
The 1-1. 1-2.
Quinn's kind of got him guessing now a little bit. You see some of the reactions and the takes of hitters. They'll tell you everything you need to know as a pitcher. In between, 2 good breaking balls right now. Slider and curve really working well. That fastball mid to high 90s.
Bouncer to first. Adams will take it to the bag in a 1-2-3 inning for JT Quinn. To the 4th. Georgia leading Oklahoma State 5-3. Hi, Josh.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Guys getting a good look at the NCAA rules video for next year of how to bat flip and not bat flip and get thrown out of a game? Guys getting some good cut-ups for this, I hope.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Getting a little loud down there?
No, it's okay. We won't talk about that. we'll just do it, have rules for it, and then we won't enforce it because of where we're at. It's all right, though. That bulldog head and that box are targets of where to drop your bat on a home run. That's good.
I will ask you about the conversation with the
Sure.
umpires to start. So I think that's, obviously it's been a big part of the story. So
You got it, man. I'll only tell part of the truth, so there you go.
Man, I love you, Josh. You're the best.
All right.
5-3 Georgia as we head to the top of the fourth inning. We're joined now by Oklahoma State head coach Josh Holliday. You had a couple conversations with the umpires after home runs and bat flips. What was that conversation like? What was it about?
Well, I don't want to get too much into that. Obviously, we have rules, and when you warn people about rules and talk about rules, and then, you know, whatever plays out behind it, you're just curious what the conversations were about to begin with. So just wanted to know what's going on, so I was in the loop on where we're at with these things. But it is part in the past. Just got to move forward. It's not part of the game that I was raised on, but you know what? It's an emotional game. Kids are playing. Part of the environment. Just gotta manage it and handle it. That's all.
Yeah, Josh, understood. And with Harrison now, what's the feeling about what his outing's been up to this point?
He's such a good pitcher, and has been such an amazingly poised pitcher that it's unusual for the ball to get away from him. And ball was just getting away from him there that inning. I don't know if he was having trouble with his grip or what, but it's not often you see him hit a batter, let alone three. And then they squared a few balls up, obviously hung a 5-spot on us, so we just got to keep pushing. He's a tremendous competitor, wonderful pitcher, and clearly been our ace all year long, so we need to settle back in and kind of return to form a little bit here.
Josh, we appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Josh Holliday, the head coach at Oklahoma State, clearly not thrilled with the bat flips in front of his dugout. Might explain why the umpires got involved. Strike, it's 0-1. I mean, we talked about it at the outset, right? Like one of the things that the umpires are supposed to look for is where the bat flips happen. Now, the question is, again, and this is very difficult for anybody to try and determine intent. And the first home run in that inning, it felt like Slade Alford was just going and doing it. Christian Adams' home run, he took it almost to the coach's box, which is a long walk with it. And so I can understand why a coach is perturbed.
The Alford home run raised the awareness, so it got the antennas up in the dugout. So, you know, when Adams did it, I mean, you're already at the flash point, and I'm sure that's why Josh Holliday finally stepped out and was like, hey, you know, enough's enough here.
Waiting for the sign as he faces Henry Hutter. He hit Hutter to start the third in that 5-run inning. It's Hook Powell. Okay, so here are the bat flips, the two bat flips that we're talking about. This is Slade Alford's. You see right away the Oklahoma State dugout upset about it. And there's Christian Adams. And that led Josh Holliday to come out and talk with the umpiring crew. Pops it foul and out of play.
I think you understand, because of the magnitude of the situation, that you just would like to know, and I'm sure this was a question, Josh Holliday, if I were him, I would have come and asked, okay, well, what do you have there? Like, what's across the line? What's to the line? Like, just so I know here. So I can tell our guys, like, we need, again, he's not trying to get anyone in trouble here, but he's trying to get a sense of where that red line is.
And listen, I think red line is a great way to put it, because I think everybody is redlining, right? These are two programs that don't just have aspirations of being in the postseason. The goal is Omaha. Their season is on the line right now, so emotions are going to run super high in all of this. And you understand that. And part of, for a game that prides itself on being played under control, these are the moments that, as fans, that we live for, because we want to see that emotion, because we feel that when we're sitting and watching.
Well, again, winner stays alive to play Duke tonight, the regional final. The loser season's over, and for Georgia, as top 8 national seed.
2-2 in the air to left. Racing over Conover. Nice read on that. 2 outs. But for as many guys who struggled left field, Conover made that look pretty easy.
Yep, yeah, it was one of the more graceful plays we've seen from our left fielders from all teams. But still, if you have yet to be here to Foley Field, it is a gorgeous venue, but man, I told you this from the start, I don't envy these pitchers having to go out there and trying to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Slate Alford, who lit the fuse with his 2-run homer in the 3rd, bats. The first pitch, a strike, it's 0-1.
Bodendorf doing exactly what Josh Holliday talked about. He's a severely great competitor. Guy that's going to be battling all the way through.
He's a transfer from Hawaii. California kid, grew up in Temecula. Was a big Giants fan growing up. He used to go to Padres games regularly. And the guys that he looked up to were Barry Zito, Madison Bumgarner. In the dirt, it's 1-2.
He certainly got the lettuce for Barry Zito, that's for sure.
And a little bit of the Bumgarner crossfire, right?
Yeah, sure does. Could tell who he wanted to emulate when he grew up.
He was a first-team All-Big West selection in 23. The 1-2. And the count evens, 2-2 now to Alford.
All right, so if you're playing along at home, getting close to 70 pitches now here for Bodendorf. Action quiet in the Cowboy bullpen. You would love nothing more if you're Josh Holliday for him to get through a clean inning.
2-2. And the count's full. Matthew Brown was up and tossing earlier. But there is no action at this moment, as you said, Jensen.
And again, it's not just about winning today, it's about winning the regional, and these are the tough spots for coaches to make those decisions.
3-2. Alford fouls it away.
I guess in essence here, yes, Bodendorf has the full pitch count allotment because he's not going to come back tonight or tomorrow. Problem being is you've got to maintain where you are and stay close enough to Georgia where, you know, it becomes bonus outs from the 5th inning on.
Brown started tossing again in the Oklahoma State pen. Alford to left field and deep, and he's gone bridge again. Alford taking his time rounding the bases at 6-3.
Much more subdued celebration, at least from the player. But another big blast from the leadoff man as Georgia makes it a 3-run lead. He might have had a little talking to from our home plate umpire. Got out there in plenty of time and said, oh, okay, I'll let it go. Learned my lesson. It's like the parents at home yelling at the kid. Hey, I told you once.
No. No. Three home runs the most Bodendorf has allowed this year. Alford clearing the trees and left. Grounder to third, backhanded by Thompson. A long throw and an excellent scoop by Brueggemann to end the inning. But Georgia tacks on as Slate Alford goes deep again.
Yes, indeed. It has been Homer Happy Dogs here this afternoon. Number 2 for the leading man atop Georgia's lineup. And we'll just go ahead and take our time around the bases. 6-3 Dogs.
Slate Alford, a pair of homers. He's knocked in 3. Georgia with a 6-3 lead on Oklahoma State. JT Quinn back to work. They'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Cowboys lineup. Ian Doherty shows button, takes the ball high, 1-0.
All right, so kind of if you're just joining us, To say that the heat is rising here, both literally and figuratively, would be an understatement. Elimination game. Georgia with probably their best response all season against a left-handed pitcher.
2-0. It is the most Georgia day, I would say, that we've had.
Totally
right?
agree.
It is warm. Temperature's only supposed to be about 79, but it feels a lot hotter than that. It's hazy. There's about 70% humidity. And boy, add that in with two teams who are playing for their spot in this tournament, and it is going to be an intense afternoon. And both of these teams are going to level haymakers at each other.
Yeah, they have thus far. You think about the first couple of homers here for Oklahoma State, and then the rebuttal and the response from Georgia's offense.
He takes a high strike. It's 2-2.
Now JT Quinn, you're getting into that point here where Wes Johnson can start thinking, all right, not only preserving the lead, but also you get another 0 here, you are right back in the dugout with the middle of the Georgia order.
2-2. Doherty down on strikes. Quinn gets the leadoff man in the 4th. Here's the bracket in this regional. See, the winner of this game will take on Duke tonight in the regional final. In order to get to Supers, whoever wins this game has to beat Duke again tonight at 6 Eastern and then beat them again tomorrow. Duke just needs to win one of their next 2 games to advance to their 4th Super Regional since 2018. Bouncer foul by Alex Cano.
Boy, just a remarkable turn of events in a short amount of time. Some tempers rising too. Some dramatics, if you will, from both sides.
And a very popular pizza box fan being handed out today. It's good. You get lunch and an accessory, right? Like.
That is the old-fashioned 2-for-1 right there.
I hope that helps because it is sweltering. So this is the hottest 79 degrees I think I've ever seen.
And from a guy who lives in Arizona,
right?
too.
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah.
It's a dry heat.
See, you need something with more heft to it to really get the breeze going. What's going on now? Hunter, JT Quinn, it's a pitch timer violation. That's what it is, and a ball has been added. It's 2-2. Henry Hunter and JT Quinn both very upset. And boy, look at the catcher trying to settle down his coach. Again, everybody running hot at this moment.
I had him in single digits before looking down to see where Hunter was set up.
Well, Hunter got up right away and was in Matthew Wilbank's face and then tried to get everything. That was a senior catcher move. Hey, let's all settle down here. The 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 outs.
A little poise under some emotional stress right there. And Wes Johnson still letting him have it. All in all, just another well-executed breaking ball here. JT Quinn has found the click spot with that. And especially against the lefties, he has been money middle away with both breaking balls.
First pitch is a strike to Brock Thompson. Number 9 hitter, singled and scored. In the second. The 0-1. Count evens.
But what a boost this would be for the Bulldog pitching staff. Bears repeating, you got to win today. In this game, you got to win tonight. And then you're going to have the arms to try and take Game 7 tomorrow.
One and two.
It's ironic. Former Ole Miss Rebel JT Quinn, winner of this region, takes on the winner of the Oxford region. Boys would love nothing more. And they get a big punch out right here.
Trying to keep Georgia's season alive. They lead 6-3. Thompson gets a piece of it.
.73 pitches, creeping up there a little bit. 4 innings has been his max all year.
The 1-2, way in front of the plate. It was about a 55-footer. 2-2.
A.J. Przezinski would have tried to frame that first strike.
Here's the 2-2. This is down and in, and the count is full now to Thompson.
Well, if nothing else, for Oklahoma State, trying to at least get to the man on deck and Scholl to clear the 9 spot. Oklahoma State, the home team today.
The 3-2.
What a hell of an at-bat. Job well done by Thompson. You highlighted it. 2 freshmen here at the bottom of Oklahoma State's lineup that will be factors moving forward. They have been factors in this weekend tournament already.
Swing and a miss. Great work by JT Quinn and by his catcher, Henry Hutter.
Cooler heads prevailing. Don't worry, Skip. I'll take care of it. Let me go ahead and get my young hurler with some swing and miss. How about some punch and tickets, watching the show? And then a little free air conditioning on a hot day here in Athens. Dogs lead it by 3.
6-3, Georgia leads as they come to bat in the top of the 5th of this elimination game. You see what they've done today compared to yesterday against left-handed pitching. Here's Bodendorf. First pitch fouled off the dugout railing on the first base side. Duke really shut them down. It has been an issue for Georgia this year, struggling against lefties. But today, the 5-run 3rd inning, and really that's where the success was entirely almost in that inning, other than the solo home run to Alford.
Yeah, and 4 of the 5 hits today for extra bases, including the home runs. And you know, that's the thing, is when you're able to put the ball in play the way Georgia does at this ballpark in particular, just getting it in the air heightens that opportunity for a run scoring spot.
Drew Blake, left-hander, beginning to toss in the pen for Oklahoma State. And Matthew Brown up earlier. There's a righty tossing as well right now, just lightly. This is the difficult decision for Josh Holliday with his best pitcher on the mound. As Burnett skies it to center. Ritchie is there for out number 1. And here was part of that 5-run inning in the 3rd. Trey Phelps, the ball that Nolan Schubert couldn't track down and then couldn't corral. Allowed Trey Phelps to get the 3rd on the air, and
the modeling pose.
If there was a first team all-entertaining player, All-American, that sounded a lot better in my head than it came out. If there were an entertainment All-American team, Trey Phelps would be
first teamer.
First teamer.
Yeah,
he would probably be
player of the year.
Entertaining player of the year. Yes.
The TP necklace in and of itself, right?
Yeah, he's
discarded it.
Yeah.
Got to change it up when you're not swinging it.
Strine gets 1-1. Trey Phelps, I mean, from the moment that He got on the travel ball circuit. Is a guy, he just loves to play baseball. He loves to have fun. He has a huge personality. 2-1.
Well, the other part, too, I mean, we've been traditionally seeing him hit in the 2 spot behind Slade Alford, and Wes Johnson trying to shake it up a little bit early with the lineup change today. Still a long way to go in this one, but the sigh of relief that you can kind of feel in the crowd right now, because it was 3-0. A lot of worried people here at Foley Field.
It does feel like a day, though, where, listen, you can throw out the ERAs or the run totals for the pitchers. You need to find a way to soak innings. I have to think that there is a limit, right? As there's a chopper to short. Ortiz will throw just in time to get Phelps for out number 2. Almost took too much time there. This is kind of that second hop. It looked like it messed up his timing.
Yeah, credit to Phelps, just busting it right out. Always got to make the throw difficult for the infield. He's probably the one guy you don't worry about there for Oklahoma State, though, and Avery Ortiz.
Christian Adams hit a 2-run home run to center field. And capped the 5-run 3rd inning. This is what it looked like. Watch Richie, center fielder. Over our camera position out there in center field. A long home run. We've seen 2 home runs where the outfielder broke in on. That one, Phelps broke in on one from Schubert back in the 1st. And that one in the air to deep right field, and that'll clear the scoreboard. The top home run hitting team in the country has gone deep 4 times today. Twice each from Slade Alford and Christian Adams. It's 7-3.
Now another no-doubter and elevated out over the big part of the plate. That's the wrong place to go for a left-handed pitcher. Sky's the limit for Adams, and he just follows Slade Alford's lead. Let's just leave it. Now let's admire it.
So, Jensen, what constitutes trouble for a pitcher on a day like this, right? Like, normally you see 7 runs in 4 2/3 innings and you think, well, you got to get this guy out of there. But it doesn't really feel like that right now with Bodendorf because today is playing so offensive.
I would say that you'd felt a lot better about it with that first 2 innings of how he was kind of changing eye level. It seems that he is kind of leaked over the big part of the plate. And the crispness of the off speed is flattened out. You mentioned the temperatures here, and there's something to kind of reiterate to people, like that turf. And I don't think people realize until you stand on it, it's just kind of cooking you from the underside. And in Stillwater, listen, they're used to those kind of conditions, but in a day like today, and in this ballpark particularly, I mean, you have little margin for error when you start to fatigue and you start to flatten out. You get into the high 80s now in pitch count. 3rd time around, guys have seen you more chances for mistakes.
2-1, swing and a miss. It's 2-2 to Colby Branch. I think the other part of it is that the sun is trying to break through the haze now, and when that sun gets on the field, it is going to increase the temperature even more. As if this game hasn't run hot enough to this point. The 2-2, ripped foul.
Well, this is the most comfortable I think we've seen Georgia against a left-handed pitcher, obviously this weekend. But I think you kind of go back into the SEC regular season, into the tournament. Brought up Wes Johnson to make T-shirts. I mean, you don't go that far unless you know the guys are gripping a little bit.
It's a little different stuff than they faced yesterday.
Yep, certainly.
I mean, Bodendorf is a very good pitcher, but he doesn't have the 95 that Kyle Johnson was featuring.
And it, kind of what I alluded to at the top here, when you think about it, and yes, elevated pitches right or left have given Georgia some trouble. But at 90 to 93, not to say it's soft tossing, but in this league, you know, these guys are used to seeing 95 rolling out of the bed.
Yeah, the top 3 average fastball velocities in the country. Georgia is one of those, but the other 2 are Arkansas and Tennessee. So in the same conference. And if you look at their average fastball velocity, all 3 of them, was 93.8 miles an hour this year, right? So like major league average is 94 right now. That's how velocity has changed too, is that it used to be, it wasn't that long ago that it was 92, and then before that it was 90. But this is a league where velocity matters, and if you get guys that aren't throwing 94, 95 miles an hour, it's much different hitting. You better have good secondaries, right? You better be able to get chase with that.
And right now, Harrison Bodendorf, that heater kind of sitting 90-91. A little bit off his top today of 93. That pitch count elevated now above 90.
3-2 the count, 7-3 Georgia, top 5. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him on the off speed, and the inning is over. But Christian Adams goes deep again. Second time today for the first baseman. Georgia leads 7-3. Foley Field, Athens, Georgia, the site of this elimination game between the top seed in this regional, the number 7 nationally, Georgia Bulldogs, and Oklahoma State. JT Quinn's day is done. The starter for Georgia going 4 innings, allowing 3 runs. We were just talking about velocity from this Georgia staff. And here comes the guy that throws the hardest on their staff, Matthew Hoskins. 96
to triple digits. Get ready, live and in living color. This is really nothing else but good old number 1. 64% of the arsenal going to be on the heater. He will mix in the slider and the cutter. Again, it's going to be right in your living room here.
9-1-2 due for Oklahoma State in the 5th. JT Quinn did a very nice job sending down the last 7 that he faced on this very offensive day here. First pitch to Garrett Scholl is a strike. It took something off it at 96.
Get me over? Yeah, get me over 96 just to feel it. Make sure the landing spot is good.
Nothing like a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that runs a 1.5 feet. This is away, 1-1. We did see control is an issue, so it's going to be for Oklahoma State. How do you control the strike zone, and can you get something down in the zone against the velocity of Hoskins? 1-1's a strike. It's 1-2.
Almost like he's got a couple of gears here, right? Early in the count, just going to get you 95, 96, and then when you got to reach back, and get the extra velocity.
Here comes the 1-2. Floater into left field, a base hit. And the leadoff man on for Oklahoma State in the bottom of the 5th. Well, coming up later tonight, the Yankees and Dodgers will wrap their series on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers looking for the sweep today. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani will show out. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight, Sunday night.
Boy, how about that game yesterday? Ooh. Speaking of places you don't want to pitch, or lineups you don't want to pitch against.
Well, the Dodgers can do that to you in a hurry. Braden Smith, leadoff man in the Oklahoma State order, takes a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0.
All right, so that hit there by Scholl, again, triple digits, 100 mile an hour, just stayed, kind of short, making sure that the pitcher will supply the power. Good start for Oklahoma State.
The 1-0, check swing foul. The count 1-1 to Smith. Smith with 11 home runs this year. He had 22 at junior college a season ago. Moved to second base because of the injury early this season to Aiden Miola, the team leader for Oklahoma State. They've been without him for all but 5 games this year. He does not swing and miss in the zone very often. He lines that one into right center field, a base hit. And the first 2 have reached for Oklahoma State in the 5th, and now you're starting to get into the boppers in this powerful lineup.
Here is the scenario, okay? So completely different Arsenal outlook now, and Wes Johnson's going to take a trip. I talked to his right-hander. Mikey, when you're a hitter and you know that you're going to see high-octane stuff, you want to always be ready for the fastball. But where the difference is now between JT Quinn earlier and what we have presently with Matthew Hoskins, these Oklahoma State hitters know the scouting report. Like it's going to be predominantly fastball. And I think Josh Holliday probably told him, like, until you see he can throw his off-speed first strike, you stay on number 1. 2 great at-bats to get the Oklahoma State 5th started.
ESPN's your home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For multi-game coverage, you can scan the QR code on your screen. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play as Mike Rooney, Chris Burke, Chris Budden, Matt Schick take you around to all the action. And there's been a lot of action here so far. One thing we talked about yesterday, Jensen, was Georgia's bullpen is filled with premium arms, but it has not always been premium production. And so it is a little bit like opening Pandora's box. Or as a friend of mine once called it, Schrodinger's bullpen, right? You don't know what happens when you open the door. Sometimes the cat's okay.
Well,
other times.
Our conversation with Wes Johnson, we asked him, what's the X factor? And he said, what can I get in reliability from my bullpen arms?
And hit him, and the bases are now loaded for Oklahoma State in the 5th.
Well, yet again, central idea here to Hoskins. Can he command it? It's going to come in pretty hard, but that one wasn't even close. Boy, and you talk about as perfect a start to an inning as you could have hoped for Oklahoma State. We got Brian Zeldin getting ready now in the Georgia bullpen. You do not want one swing of the bat to tie this game.
Brian Zeldin getting loose. And Nolan Schubert, the leading home run hitter for Oklahoma State, up. He's already homered today. First pitch. Takes inside, ball 1.
You can tell already, just in these first 3, now 4 at bats, the Oklahoma State hitters are just keyed on the heater.
The 1-0. Fouled back. Got in his kitchen at 99. Here's what Schubert did in the first. Going backside.
Oh. And just the strength of this man right here. I mean, he has been a joy to watch this weekend.
That is a really nice postseason resume that Nolan Schubert has put together. In the dirt, 2-1. 6 homers in 9 tournament games. I mean, he hit a ball that all but landed in the next neighborhood yesterday over the scoreboard in right field. The 2-1. He takes low, and it's 3-1. Well, this is a pretty big pitch with the tying run at the plate here in the 5th.
If I'm Matthew Hoskins, this one you got to have called. That's a strike.
3 balls and 1 strike to Schubert. 7-3 Georgia leads. The 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and Hoskins walks in a run. It's 7-4.
That's going to do it.
Matthew Hoskins does not retire a batter. And now the tying runs are aboard in the 5th inning, and Wes Johnson making a pitching change. We got a barn burner working here in Athens in the bottom of the 5th. Tough afternoon for Matthew Hoskins, did not retire a batter. And now the tying runs are aboard for Oklahoma State here in the bottom of the 5th as Brian Zeldin comes on.
You're not going to see as hard a velocity. It'll be lower 90s. He's topped out around 95, the Atlanta native. His 19th appearance. Again, Mikey, more four-seam and sinker, but that slider going to be the featured out pitch to the righties and the curve to the lefties.
And he's facing Colin Ritchie, who has had a big tournament so far. Friday against Duke, hit a solo homer, and then twice yesterday against Binghamton. A couple of prodigious blasts. Today, Ritchie has walked and grounded out, both of those against the starter JT Quinn. Georgia needs outs. Oklahoma State with a chance to not just get back in this game, but to potentially take the lead. They're down 3. First pitch, breaking ball strike, 0-1.
See the curveball, slider mix here. Anxious to see how many fastballs that Ritchie will get.
For Oklahoma State, you have to be thinking you need at least 2 runs out of this situation now. That one outside, 1-1. Generally, you expect a little bit more than 2 out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation. Get them right back into this game. The 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Boy, they keep trying to bring breaking balls down and into these left-handed hitters.
Yep.
And they have not really swung at those pitches.
Yeah, again, great discipline here from Ritchie, staying with his plan, looking for a pitch he can drive.
The 2-1. Roller to the left side. Tough play for Branch. Gets the out at second for 1. And Ritchie beats it out at first. It's an RBI fielder's choice and a 7-5 ball game.
That's actually a hell of an effort from Branch to be able to get at least the 1. Almost a turn there from Black at second. Ranging into the hole. Always tough. Maintain the throw and accuracy. All right, so you got 1. So if you're Brian Zeldin, keep going. Keep pounding the zone.
That Branch play, man, getting to the forehand like that instead of going to the backhand, that's what allowed him to make the play at second, right? Was like the fact that he didn't go to try and backhand it on that. Otherwise, he may not have had a play anywhere.
Yeah.
That was really smart.
Absolutely.
Colin Brueggemann hits. 15 homers on the year. 7-5 game. Fouled away. 0-1. You don't see that often with a guy circling like that. I mean, the ball wasn't hit all that hard. It was going to be tough to turn 2, but the fact that he got an out at second was huge. That was not a simple play.
Always something you try and work on in BP. You know, you definitely try and simulate some of those situations that you'll probably see, maybe the ones that aren't as likeliest, but that one coming up big for Branch.
The 0-1. 1-1. Branch has been very impressive defensively.
All around.
I mean, really impressive. Both of the shortstop in this game are really good. Avery Ortiz is going to be an absolute stud. You're going to hear his name in draft talk next year. The 1-1. Brueggemann takes outside. It's 2-1. This is not the hitter you want to fall behind.
Well, and Brueggemann's already shown you he can go the opposite way with slug. Again, just at the minimum to try and cash in. Ortiz at third. Won't take much to lift it deep enough to the outfield.
Tapper to third. It's going to be a tough play for Alford. He has no play. And now the runner gets caught up around second, and he gets back to the base, and Alford throws it away. And now the tying run goes to third with 1 out.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, they had him dead to rights. Richie had rounded the bag at second and slid down to a stop, and a good throw would have gotten him. Alford kind of double clutched on it. Josh Holliday, I think, asking about the contact at second.
All right, so you kind of see there's going to be no play for Alford here. So good job with the fake, and he gets Ortiz coming around. Richie, I should say. And I just cannot believe that you don't have the opportunity to make the good throw to at least get into the rundown, let alone get the tag for the out.
Yeah, that contact there was it's an RBI single and then an error on Alford. Yeah, obviously, contact ahead of the base can be obstruction, but the runner advanced safely. There wasn't going to be any call there. I didn't see Josh Holliday coming out there. Obstruction rules tend to throw people off an awful lot. Now a tying run 90 feet away. Zeldin needs a double play here. Brueggemann from first, 7-6 game. Breaking ball strike, it's 0-1. This one has been wild so far today.
How big now is the fifth where you have them pile on the Georgia offense at that point? Right now, it would have been an opportunity for Oklahoma State to not only extend their lead, but maybe put this one away.
The 0-1 in the air to center field. This should tie the game. The ball caught, runner coming home from third. Richie scores, and we're even at 7.
What a turn of events. Some mistakes in the field. Extra opportunities for Oklahoma State in this inning. All started with Matthew Hoskins unable to record an out.
Those extra 90 feet on the throwing error by Alford are the difference in this right now. Getting the man to third with 1 out, and then Doherty the sac fly. Brueggemann still at first with 2 outs now for Conover. Conover, a long home run back in the second, 1 for 2. Takes a strike.
And now both head coaches just, you talk about just the teeter-totter of emotion here. And Josh Holliday got to feel great getting level. And Wes Johnson still searching for anyone in the bullpen to get him some outs.
Runner bluffs going. Brueggemann looked like he fell down going back to the bag. Still makes it back, 1-1. Hunter not wanting to start throwing the ball around the field. The 1-1, 2-1.
Oklahoma State, I mean, their bench now feeling that they have gotten up off the mat, that they are able to take advantage perhaps of a weakness with Georgia's unreliability coming out of that bullpen.
Two one, bounce to first and foul.
Boy, and how big is it now for Harrison Bodendorf to get out of that 5th inning, only giving up the 1 run. That inning could have spiraled. It did not. You get bases loaded without recording an out, and the offense goes to work.
Selwyn a little rosin. The Oklahoma State dugout has come back to life. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma State scores 4 times. We head to the 6th, 7-7 in this elimination game. Bodendorf is out of the game after 5 innings, 7 earned runs, and weirdly with that line, he kept his team in the game. It's kind of what I was asking about, is like, how do you can't assess it with the conditions being so highly offensive today on what the run scored total was, but outside of a 5-run third, everything else was okay for him.
Yeah, the only way you assess it's a no decision. Like, I mean, hey, it's just stats on the baseball card, and now he gives way to the righty Gabe Davis. Another hard thrower, 6'9", all 6'9" of them here. It's going to be about 94 to 98. 15th appearance on the year, and again, Most of that four-seam fastball, you'll see a little bit slider and a curve as well.
Davis, a big arm as he faces Ryan Black. First pitch from the 6'9" righty is a strike at 96. It's 0-1. He probably has the best pure stuff of anyone on the Oklahoma State staff. Nothing in 2.
First guy I thought of, he's not as tall, but he's got a little Clay Buchholz to him. The delivery, glove.
The high waist, the hair, the lettuce is very Clay Buchholz. If he starts picking to first after every pitch, you know it's Clay. Whoa, breaking ball behind Black there, 1-2. Hello.
Now, most important part here, and you're halfway home, and now every base runner becomes exponentially more pressure for these relief corps.
2-2.
An exercise in plate discipline for both lineups. You got to realize that you're trying to put as much pressure on the pitcher, and for the relievers, just fill up the zone.
Black fouls the 2-2 away. This has been just a bizarre game. I mean, I guess that's what you expect in an elimination game like this, right? Like, everybody is going to be barreling at each other. We had bat flip controversies. Black to the right side. Nice play by Smith to get to it and throw him out. As he takes down his counterpart for the first out.
Well, we've seen a couple of pirouettes throughout this series, and Smith, yet again, fundamentally sound. Great job by centering the body on the turn. Accurate throw. Big first out here at the top of the 6th.
Nolan McCarthy is 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1.
When you think about 6'9", you and I remember watching Chris Young, right? The high release point.
Chris Young didn't have 96, though.
Just thinking about, how that ball, if you're a hitter trying to track, pick it up, just how steep of an angle down when Gabe Davis is trying to drive it to the bottom of the zone.
This is away. 2-1 the count. McCarthy homered in the opener for Georgia. He gets that one back towards the middle. Ortiz over to get it. Double clutches, but still has time to throw out McCarthy for out number 2. More smooth work from shortstops in this game.
Yeah.
Sign me up as a big fan of both of them.
No doubt. I mean, and especially, too, just the range that they've been able to show. Arm strength we know from Ortiz earlier in this regional.
That ball wasn't hit very hard, but you're right. Ortiz got a long way to go to get to make that play.
Yeah.
McCarthy runs pretty well. 2 outs for Henry Hutter. One of the unsung moments in that 5-run third inning was Hutter leading off. Remember, he had been at the plate in the second when Georgia tried to pull off a little razzle-dazzle double steal, and Colby Branch got thrown out at the plate. But Hutter led off the third, was hit by a pitch, and that's what sparked the 5-run rally.
Doesn't it feel like a day ago? The way this game has gone.
You're telling me. Each team has had one big inning. Oklahoma State just had theirs. They scored 4 in the 5th. We're tied at 7. 0-2.
Now the bottom of this lineup has still remained a bit aggressive, even the second and third time around against Bodendorf, and now initially here against Gabe Davis.
Popped up foul and out of play.
I guess if you're looking at the silver lining as a Georgia fan and in that dugout, hey, guess what? It's a right-hander. Get to see some right-handed pitching.
Here's the 0-2. Checks and takes outside. 1-2. Davis delivers.
Oof. Ooh, mistake over the big part. 97, though. When you got that in the tank, sometimes you get away with those pitches, but Hunter right on it. Found it straight back. Seen him earlier this year turn around some velo.
He's been susceptible to the breaking. Lays off that one. Count 2-2.
Almost feel like at this point you might as well, if you're Gabe Davis, go back to the elevated fastball, just knowing the overall scouting report of Georgia's offense in particular.
Takes low and the count is full. And the 9-hitter really working here.
Now, to me, it's an intriguing sequence right there, knowing you got Alford on deck with a couple of bombs already. Tie game.
3-2. Popped up into left. Coming in, Conover makes the catch. And the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for Oklahoma State pitching. To the bottom of the 6th, Georgia and Oklahoma State tied at 7. We are at Foley Field in Athens, Georgia, in an elimination game this afternoon. Georgia and Oklahoma State tied at 7. We're to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oklahoma State, the home team today. The winner goes to the regional final against Duke tonight. And as you can see, a lot has happened so far today. There have been 6 homers in this game. Oklahoma State just put up a 4 spot against the Georgia bullpen in the bottom of the 5th inning to tie the game. Really, if we want to do the game summary, Justice Jensen, it would take an hour. We might have to do an entire special.
I mean, just
for that.
Just for the offense, and then another hour for the antics and the shenanigans.
We've had bat flips, we've had arguments, we've had heated coaches. First pitch to Brock Thompson, misses outside, 1-0. And the trees are getting fed, which is the most important part because
it's warm. Pitch comm issue here. They need a battery.
Needs a new one. I can't hear.
If you had to have a voice in your head for pitch comm, who would you pick?
It's a good question. Probably not Siri. I think I'm tired of listening to Siri. While we wait for this, the NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. All right, the pitch comm issue addressed. And the count 2-0 to Brock Thompson. 8-9-1 for Oklahoma State. Both big multi-run rallies have been started by the bottom of the order. We talked about the hit-by-pitch to Hutter that started the 5-run third for Georgia. It was a single by Garrett Scholl, the number 9 hitter, that sparked a 4-run rally for Oklahoma State to tie the game in the 5th. Both of these teams playing for their life in this tournament. And a 4-pitch walk to the number 8 hitter, Thompson, to start the bottom of the 6th.
That's exactly what happened to begin the bottom of the 5th, right? Matthew Haskins unable to record an out, got to the bases loaded. Schubert ended up walking to get that first run across. Ritchie got on the fielder's choice. Brugman had the single to third, and then Doherty the fly out, the sac fly. And here we are, level at 7.
Garrett Scholl, we just mentioned, had the single that started the 4-run rally in the last inning. He takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1.
Don't know if you want to get the running game going here. Zeldin not the fleetest of feet or quickest to the home plate.
Thompson's got 11 bags this year, 11 of 12 in attempts. Upstairs, 1-1. Although on a day this offensive, I don't know that you want to risk getting anybody
Probably
thrown
not.
out on the bases.
Yeah, probably not.
There is action in the Georgia pen. DJ Radke getting loose. You see him in the background there. Georgia's bullpen, again, lots of big arms, but inconsistent performance this year. And that's the question is, what are they going to get on a daily basis? Yesterday, Colton Smith was very good for them out of the pen. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
That curveball has been one of the bigger whiff percentage pitches for Brian Zeldin, 34.9% to left-handed hitters. Advantage count right here. Let's see if he goes back to it.
The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2.
Also something for Thompson to keep in mind here if we keep seeing all these off-speed pitches. Anticipate a ball in the dirt, have a good secondary.
Two balls, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter, Scholl. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch from Zeldin for out number 1.
Yep. Arm speed's a changeup. Fastball arm speed allows the grip to do the work. Really good tail away from the left-handed bat. Critical first out for Zeldin here in the 6th.
Braden Smith singled and scored in the 5th inning. Leadoff man with a pair of hits today. Go ahead and run it first. 1 out, bottom 6. Takes ball 1 upstairs.
It's gone way away from that fastball, and if you're an Oklahoma State hitter, just be mindful of what that pitch selection has been here the last couple ABs.
Smith is the only man on the starting lineup for Oklahoma State that does not have a home run in this regional. Called strike, 21. I mentioned before, he has power. 11 home runs this season. Thompson still at first. The pitch. In the dirt, it's 2-1.
Yeah, about what, 9, 10, 11 off-speed pitches in a row here. Zeldin not wanting this Oklahoma State lineup to get a heater to hit.
Hey, I get it. They've been on fastballs. 2-1. 3-1. Problem is, Jensen, you gotta land it in the strike zone, right? And you can't just put one over either, because this Oklahoma State team is aggressive enough that if you just try and get one over, they can ambush it.
Soft spot right here too as well.
3-1 the count. Down low, ball 4, and Oklahoma State has a pair aboard with 1 out in the 6th.
I think Wes Johnson has seen enough.
DJ Radke's going to come into this game. 7-7 the score. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out. Elimination game winner to the regional finals. Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA, getting a chance to play for a championship. That was a quick rebuild they pulled off there, wasn't it?
It's the Paul George NBA Finals. Yeah. Both teams built on those trades.
This is what Georgia's bullpen has done so far today. They've recorded 4 outs and given up 7 base runners.
The Haskins inning, the Haskins inning is the one that you look back on and like, I mean, you gotta mix in and out somewhere.
DJ Radke takes over. he's been one of their more reliable strike throwers, which at this point kind of feels like what they need.
Yeah.
Right?
Fastball, slider, right around 93 miles an hour. He'll touch a 95, 96. But at this point now, with one out, dangerous part of the order, strike one paramount here. And also against those right-handers, we see the slider featured.
Go ahead, run in scoring position, one out. Bottom of the sixth. First pitch, breaking ball misses, 1-0 to Avery Ortiz. Ortiz 0 for 2 today. Hit by a pitch and scored a run in the fifth. 7-7 game winner to the regional final. Loser's season is over. Fouled off. 1-1.
And now when you think about the starter and JT Quinn being able to get both sides of the plate available to his relief corps, these are the situations you wanted as a reliever. You don't have to go in all the time, but at least know that it's available to you.
Lands the breaking ball for a strike, 1-2.
So now you've expanded east and west. Now you got the full menu available. Whatever you feel most confident in for DJ Radke.
You run that fastball in and get a double
Sure
play.
could.
That's what I think everybody in red and black would like. That one lined to third, caught by Alford. He'll throw behind the runner. Too late, 2 outs. Smart base running there at second base by Brock Thompson.
Freeze on a line drive. It's what you're taught as a youngster. Take a look here. Did exactly that. All right, still danger looming right here for the Bulldogs. I know this is not the traditional way to think about it, Mikey, but you still technically have the base open.
Yeah, but you got Colton Ritchie, who's got
And
3 home runs of this regional on
I
deck.
get it.
The leading power hitter Nolan Schubert up, and he rips the first one foul.
Almost like Radke, did he lose a grip or place it? Like that was kind of a weird release. He kind of laughed about it.
Not sure that he was looking at.
That was
I don't know that he's got the 65-mile-an-hour breaking ball in his
Ephus curve.
quiver. The 0-1. Fastball just missed. Just off the edge, 1-1. Here's a good call.
Yep. You know the Georgia faithful are going to want anything close at this point.
Set and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Some good riding action on that fastball. Schubert going to relace him here.
A big pitch coming from Radke. 7-7 game, bottom 6. A powerful Schubert at the plate. The 1-2. Outside. What a 96 from Radke. 2-2.
All right, so your idea is here. If you throw that slider, better be back-footed. Because anywhere elevated, and Schubert's going to deposit that stage right.
Runners get their lead from first and second. The 2-2. Swinging a liner into right, a funny hop, and everybody's going to be safe. Runner coming up from third, and he is out. Brock Thompson never stopped running, and Ryan Black guns him down.
Unbelievable.
A huge base running miscue, and the inning is over.
Well, Schubert puts it in play, and just a heads-up play by Black. Accurate throw to Hunter, makes the tag. And oh boy, a running miscue that could come back to haunt Oklahoma State. Still level at 7.
7-7 game, top of the 7th, an elimination game. Both of these teams with hopes of going to Omaha, playing to stay in the tournament and a right to face Duke tonight. Gabe Davis fires the first pitch to Slade Alford, who's homered twice. It's fouled away, 0-1. Georgia led this game 7-3 after trailing 3-0. Oklahoma State tied it in the 5th. That one misses, and the count 1-1, and they just had a first and second one-out opportunity that they could not cash in the bottom of the 6th. One and two.
Well, if you're Gabe Davis, I mean, think about the amount of momentum swings we have had just in this game, and you got to be the one to kind of settle it down again. Ideal opportunity for the Cowboys to take the lead in the bottom half of the 6th.
Just missed, 2-2.
And you got to know that there's that kind of collective letdown in the dugout, like, oh, it was right there. We had the opportunity. Now you got to pick everybody back up, go put out a clean 7th.
The 2-2. And the count goes full to Alford. Alford with 2 long homers today. 19 of them on the year. Second on this club behind only Robbie Burnett. Top of the Georgia order hitting here in the 7th. The payoff. Chopper to third and foul.
Well, you're getting down to it now from a bullpen perspective as well. Not only just this frame here, but DJ Radke, credit where it's due, came in, pounded the zone. Every guy who comes in now, strike throwing at a premium. This elimination game, all hanging in the balance.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Alford. And he serves a base hit into right field. He's 3 for 3. He's been on base 4 times. All right, let's go back to the last out of the bottom of the 6th. Watch on your left in just a second. This is the play that happened, right? Ryan Blackett, great job to barehand that funny hop. And then Brock Thompson from second getting thrown out of the plate. Now look here on the left. You see the third base coach, Mark Ginther. It appears that he was sending Brock Thompson on that play, and he was out by a wide margin.
It's just a heads-up play from Black.
Strike, 0-1.
The runner, and here's the thing. I know he's picking up his third base coach. That's the first moment about third of the way around that he sees, hung out to dry. And Thompson dead duck at home.
I think from that angle, I want to be clear. It looked like Mark Ginther sent him. There was a chance that he was pointing at first base saying that's where the ball is.
Yeah.
But that could be confusing to the runner, Thompson. And Thompson, after it took that funny hop, Ryan Black made an incredible play to barehand that ball and really saved a run with that, not just to throw home. Zaborowski drives that one deep and foul. Ricochet back onto the field. It's 0-2. Rylan Zaborowski 0 for 3 today.
Tension is mounting.
Go ahead, run at first in the top of the 7th inning. Wheeler keeps their season alive.
I'd say this, Alford staying put because the next 2 guys in the lineup can leave the yard, so no worries from Gabe Davis here if I were him.
He's only got 2 stolen bases this year, too, so Georgia doesn't run a ton. I mean, when you hit 142 homers, you don't need to.
Yeah.
It's just to what it do.
Used to the trotting around the bases instead of sprinting.
More than 100 of those home runs at home now, too.
Now, Davis got to be mindful here with the heater. Don't overthrow it and miss your location.
Here's the 1-2. Way outside, 2-2.
So now if you're Zaborowski, okay, you've kind of seen it way away. Be ready just in case they try and stand you up. Zabo would love nothing more than to hit the sign in right field.
Throw over in the runner's back.
Don't understand it. Again, unless it's just trying to break up a little bit of the concentration of the hitter. Stay focused. Big bat. You got to get out right here.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him for out number 1.
That's just good power on power. Old school baseball right there. Here it is. See if you can hit it straight downhill. That's gorgeous from Gabe Davis.
Bobby Burnett, the leading home run hitter for Georgia, stands in. The transfer from UNC Asheville. 20 home runs this season. The uber talented right fielder. Takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1.
Feels like Davis has also kind of locked it in now. Good job of going back and forth between the slider and a four-seamer, specifically to the left-handed hitters too.
The 0-1. Fouled away. 0-2. It gets eerily quiet right now before every pitch, whether Georgia's at the plate or in the field. It is almost, as you see, the top of the lineup has done a ton of damage today for Georgia. But it feels like there's just like everyone is holding their breath on every pitch, and then it's an exhale and then a hold of the breath again. It is an incredibly tense atmosphere here. Georgia hasn't been to Omaha since 2008. They are in jeopardy of losing a home regional, or potentially to Duke, for the second time in the last 7 years. Another throw over to first, offered back. He's not worried about it as a baseman. That's a call from the dugout just to delay the hitter. I'm almost positive.
Well, it better be. The last thing you want to do is throw that in the right field.
0-2. Just missed. Up and in with that fastball. It's 1-2.
I like it. Now you can kind of, if you want, you can go right back there if you're Gabe Davis. And if you're Mr. Burnett here, see that slider a long time. Try and serve that boatload of real estate on the left side.
The 1-2 pitch. Tried to check his swing. He went around for out number 2. Burnett didn't love it, and neither did the Georgia bench, but I know you'd rather have an appeal there, Jensen, but it really felt like Burnett swung at that pitch.
Well, let's take a look for ourselves. You can tell he was trying to hold it, but I think it's the intent to swing that's where ultimately the call is made, and that is not a good sign either right there.
Burnett stretching out as if he may have tweaked something in his side. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe just a cramp or some discomfort, but you have to keep an eye on that. They were without him down the stretch this year because of a hamstring issue. Looks like he's all right now. Trey Phelps at the plate. Double and a run scored today. First pitch outside, 1-0. This is a very dangerous hitter that Gabe Davis is facing here.
Yep. Again, kind of that same approach. Kind of a stock right-hander here with Gabe Davis' stuff. You throw the fastball in, you can get Phelps to try and chase away.
1-0. Way high, 2-0.
36 pitches now for Davis. Always a tougher inning for a reliever. We've said it before. When you sit down after a big inning, then you got to try and recreate the adrenaline, especially where you are in the lineup right now. Good visit here from Doherty. So kind of calling his right-hander down, just reinforce, hey man, you're doing good so far. Let's stay with the plan.
This is a big pitch, 2-0.
It's been a fun one, man. Back and forth, everything you could ask for in an elimination game.
The question is, how does Davis attack him here? Because Phelps is going to come out of his shoes if he gets a fastball in the zone.
If you do it, you got to come in. Anything in, because you're not as worried about that. But if you overthrow it, that's where you make the mistake.
The 2-0. Missed off the plate, 3-0.
This will almost be a perfect spot for a batting practice fastball. Just in case the green light's out there.
Get him out in front a little bit.
Yep, you don't care if it's a 450-foot foul ball. You just want to get back into the count.
3-0 to Phelps. The pitch. Foul away.
Just kind of had that feeling, you know, Wes Johnson knowing an opportunity for maybe a freebie. So give your green light.
He located that fastball well, though.
Yep.
I mean, it was maybe even a tick off the plate, but Phelps being very anxious there, and still 3-1. Nail-biting time for Georgia fans. Alford still at first. The pitch. Way outside, ball for second. Base runner of the inning. First walk issued by Davis, and it puts the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 outs for Christian Adams. Wes Johnson sweating it out like everybody else on this sweltering day in Georgia. Although if we wore short sleeves, it might not be quite as sweltering. Just saying. Christian Adams today is homered twice. He's knocked in 3 runs. 7-7 the score, top of the 7th. Georgia trying to retake the lead. The first pitch, just off the plate, 1-0.
All right, so you got great speed at first, good speed at second. Outfielder's got to be really, really sound fundamentally coming up. Accuracy with the throw home.
Tried to check his swing. Either went around or took a strike. It's 1-1.
And right now, too, you kind of see the depth of the outfield here, Mikey. And again, deep for obvious reasons, but if you're Alford, be mindful of that. Get a great secondary to force a real difficult play at the plate.
That one off the plate away. 2-1. Trying a couple of change-ups out there to Adams.
Only the 3rd at bat for Georgia with a runner in scoring position today.
The 2-1. Just missed inside. 3-1 to Adams.
One pitch, one spot. If you don't get it, take it, because then you'll have the runners in motion.
3-1 the count to Christian Adams. 7-7 game, top of the 7th. Runners get their lead at first and second. The pitch. Fouled back. Got in him just enough. And here are the 2 home runs that Adams has hit today. And the bat flip that sparked some controversy. There's a second blast over the scoreboard. Neither of them were cheapies. Runners will be on the move here with 2 outs. A couple of Georgia fans trying to get everybody else into it. It continues to be quiet, intense at Foley Field, and Gabe Davis uses a disengagement.
I like it. I like it. Trying to set a little timing here for the hitter, but be convicted in what you're going with here, all right? Got to be your best pitch.
Young Georgia fan hoping that Christian Adams could feed the trees again. And now time called, and now they're trying to ensure that Davis and Adams make eye contact before he delivers the pitch. Every umpire move certainly seems to get this crowd into it. 3-2 again. Matthew Wilbanks has had quite a day behind the plate. Runners go, the pitch. Inside out swing into left field, a base hit. Georgia takes the lead. An opposite field single for Adams. He's knocked in 4.
What a day for Christian Adams. Solid approach. See it a long time. That was a great pitch from Davis. Just an even better execution. Inside out from Adams, and where no one in the infield was, perfectly deposited into left field. Your go-ahead RBI single with 2 down, and Georgia reclaims the lead 8-7.
Rob Walton taking his time, walking out to the mound. There is action in the Oklahoma State pen. Drew Blake is up.
Interesting decision right here, just knowing where your pitch count is.
Davis is their biggest arm. Opened the year in the rotation, battled some injuries. He's taking him a lot of pitches to record those 5 outs, though. And he's just given up the lead as Colby Branch comes to the plate. These two are conference rivals. Branch was at Baylor.
Right man, right spot if you're Georgia. Many of the guys that are swinging the bat the way they are right now in this regional, that's the man you want at the plate.
0 for 2 today. First pitch. Takes outside, 1-0.
Gabe Davis don't want to be so predictable staying away. I get it. You want to try and even this thing up.
Two and 0. Now some life from the Georgia fans as the Bulldogs have reclaimed the lead here in the 7th. The pitch. Called strike. It's 2-1.
It's a good take. Good take from Branch. Not a pitch that he felt he could drive. He has been probably the most disciplined Georgia hitter thus far in these type of spots.
Three and 1.
I know that Ryan Black would be next. Potentially some moves and counter moves here from Wes Johnson.
Blake to the lefty getting loose in the pen. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Powdered it past him and the count's full.
He was thinking all 3 of these to try and get some breathing room. Wes Johnson likes to swing. If you got to take a chance, that was a perfect chance to do it.
Georgia 8, Oklahoma State 7. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move on the 3-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Davis gets Branch on strikes and the inning is over. but the Bulldogs take the lead.
Christian Adams on icing on the cake of an unbelievably delicious afternoon at the plate. Cash him in, and Georgia an opportunity now with the lead, 8-7.
Riley Nelson had the big home run that brought Vandy back against Wright State. A rematch today. That game will start on the ESPN app. Vanderbilt, one of 7 #1 seeds that are facing elimination today. And the top seed in Eugene, the Oregon Ducks, went 2-Q after Cal Poly came back to beat them yesterday. Colin Ritchie leads off for Oklahoma State. Here, the #1 seed Georgia has an 8-7 lead over Oklahoma State as they try to stay alive in this regional and get a chance at a rematch with Duke tonight. The strike, it's 0-2.
DJ Radke has come in and given at least a little bit of calm here to Wes Johnson and crew.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Ritchie down on strikes to start the Oklahoma State 7th. Here are the national seeds that are facing elimination today. Clemson is down 16-3 to Kentucky, although they've loaded the bases with nobody out in the top of the 7th.
Wow.
7 #1 seeds need to win today, tonight, and tomorrow in order to move on to Super Regionals. It's the case for both of these teams today. Brueggemann tried to check his swing and did.
I'm going to say that, oh boy, there have been some close ones. Wes Johnson not happy. There will be no pleasantries exchanged after this one.
It is trying to figure out what is a swing and what isn't for those base umpires. That is as animated as you will ever see Wes Johnson. It's the intensity of this game. And listen, check swing calls. Half the time, I don't think anybody knows whether they are a swing or not. Everybody's got an opinion on it, but nobody's right ever, right?
It's trying to get the technology now at the big league level to be able to determine that. So
when they tried that, so they're testing this way using Hawkeye, right, where it's a 45-degree angle. They're testing the low minor leagues to determine whether or not it's a swing or not. They've created this rule for it. They tried it in the fall league last year. It was a disaster. Fouled away. So they have to have made some improvements on it. But that's something Major League Baseball is looking at. But there is no rule book definition for what a swing is.
We're not close. Well, the intent there from Brueggemann was, I would say if you ask him, was to hold up.
And if you ask Georgia?
He went around.
Yeah, Brueggemann's ahead in the count now, 3-1. 15 home runs on the year, including one yesterday. The senior first baseman trying to bring Oklahoma State back again. They're down a run in the 7th. They have 8 outs to play with. The 3-1. Big, slow breaking ball strike, and the count is now full.
67.
Does have that little eephus, huh?
Again, doesn't use it often. More of an oop-de-oop.
Boy, what a good 3-1 pitch. Count full to Brueggemann. Ball 4, and the tying runs aboard with 1 out.
Well, he has had some excellent at-bats in this regional, and maybe none bigger than that one right now. Season on the line. Tying run aboard. Now you get your senior catcher in Doherty. Try and get him through in scoring position.
He tied the game in the 5th with a sacrifice fly. 8-7 Georgia, bottom 7. Winner stays alive, loser goes home. A strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Wrap foul. Nothing in 2 now.
Good slider. Yeah, good slider for Radke, and now way ahead in the count. You get in these situations too, it's just again continuing to try and make the hitter get himself out more so than you having to make the perfect pitch.
Oh, 2. Runner bluffs going and pitches a ball. It's 1-2. Brueggemann does that a lot where he starts and stops. He has not attempted a stolen base this season, so
Great deke.
I would say it's all an act. The 1-2 popped up, foul territory, first base. Now moving back into fairground, right on the line. Adams makes the catch for out number 2. Brueggemann stays at first. And Alex Conover were hit. Conover, a home run in the second inning. He's 1 for 2. Radke, his first pitch, way outside, 1-0. This is back in the second inning.
Yeah, that was full extension. And I tell you what, there have been some moonshot home runs by the Cowboys offense this weekend. Yeah, there's another addition right there.
2-0. A lot of deep counts today. A lot of pitchers trying to be very, very careful. In this extreme home run hitter's ballpark with the wind blowing out. Ripped foul. 2-1. It's kind of amazing that we haven't seen a home run since the 5th inning.
Well, and just kind of understanding what the temperature was at that point, right? A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion riding high. Almost feels like we've kind of had that cool-off period, and now it's the next team that can really rise up and grab it yet again.
2-2. Georgia fans now coming to life. Brueggemann from first, the 2-2, and the count goes full. Hutter brought it back to the corner, but it was well off the plate, and now Brueggemann will be on the move with 2 outs.
Yeah, Hunter even telling his bench, nah, boys, that was away. Now if you're Radke, though, again, danger with the left-handed hitter. If you're going off speed with the runner off from first, make sure it's down.
The 3-2 fouled away. Do you think about flipping up that slow breaking ball here?
Oof. As Lou Brown would say, that's a heck of an idea. He also had another line.
Yeah, forget about the curveball, Ricky, give him the heater. He also had another guy on the other line that needed a set of white walls. Brueggemann on the move. Bouncer foul. He did go to it, and Conover able to get a piece.
Well, now that you've sped him up, this 95 could look like 105 if it's placed right. Or he absolutely, you were talking about no one will see it coming. If he rolls the dice and he backs that up with another one.
8th pitch of the at-bat for Conover. Brueggemann wanting to get started at first. He goes. Popped up into left. Trey Phelps drifting over. He's got it, and the inning is over. Radke strands the tying run at first to the 8th. Georgia leading 8-7 in this elimination game.
Well, sometimes when a ball goes in the air, Mike, you just know that your work here is done. And DJ Radke, supreme confidence that Trey Phelps would come up with that catch. He was already halfway to the shower by that time.
I mean, every fly ball in left field has been an adventure for 3 days, but that one he was confident Trey Phelps was going to get.
Ask that man anything. He'll tell you the right answer the way he walked off there. That was good.
Bottom third. Daniel Jackson, a pinch hit for Ryan Black here. Jackson, one of the offensive heroes in game 1 of the regional. 2 3-run home runs, a career high 6 knocked in. First pitch to the super utility man is a strike, 0-1.
Heck of a regional for him, too. A couple of big bombs. The first couple of games of this regional.
Transfer from Wofford. Takes outside. 1-1.
This place is about to erupt. I mean to tell you, someone is going to get run here.
It's felt like that all day.
That's low. He's got an argument there.
Good job of Doherty to receive it. The 1-2. 2-2. I feel like that one may have been a bit of a makeup. Now Josh Holliday is furious.
All right, let's see Wes Johnson. Well, you gotta be kidding me.
Wes Johnson. 2-2. Now the count is full.
Now this way as a pitcher, man, this is one of those situations where you hate to have a part of the plate taken away from you, but now you got to almost take matters into your own hands.
8-7 Georgia, top of the 8th, winner of the regional finals. Loser goes home, and Jackson draws a leadoff walk. Second straight inning, they've had the leadoff man aboard. Boy, Davis has to get at it really quickly here. You don't want to create more traffic for the top of the Georgia lineup. Slade Alford has had a huge day already, and you're just a couple hitters away from him.
A couple of arms now getting ready in earnest down in the Cowboy bullpen. It would make sense. And McCarthy, the righty here. Hunter, the lefty, on deck.
Blake has been up a bunch, Ryan. You're joining him down there, the right-hander. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second, not nearly in time. And a stolen base for Jackson puts him in scoring position with nobody out.
That was a tough cover. Braden Smith there too. Got clipped there on the slide. It's just a great jump and oof. Yep, remember they kind of had a run in there at second base earlier.
Just kind of clipped him. Now I would not be surprised to see McCarthy bunt.
Absolutely.
This is get him to third with less than 2 outs. All you do with the number 9 hitter coming up behind him in Hutter. He's not bunting, and he takes outside.
Oh, what a butcher boy. Or at least put that thought in the third baseman Thompson's head. Yeah, come here at your own will.
Well, with a lefty ready, and Hutter obviously their best defender behind the plate, unless they wanted to go to Jackson back there. That may be why there is no bunt here, is that Hutter, despite the home run yesterday against Kyle Johnson, has really struggled against left-handed pitching. And so I wonder if that factors into it, or how much that factors into it. As it is, McCarthy's ahead in the count, 2-1.
And he's choked up again, too.
He hits it to the right side, pass to sliding Smith, into right field, a base hit. Coming home to score is Jackson. It's 9-7 Georgia.
Oh, that's a gorgeous piece of hitting. And I mean, just the short bat path is the biggest reason why he gets this. A good fastball just catches a little too much of the plate. With the high velo, he gets it over, way past Smith at second. And he knew it. He knew he got a good piece of it. Come on down. Breathing room now for Georgia, up 9-7.
Rob Walton has taken the baseball from Gabe Davis. I've not seen a signal to the bullpen as of yet, and now he will go to the lefty Blake. Georgia with single runs in the 7th and the 8th have taken the lead, trying to stay alive. Winner to the regional finals. Gabe Davis's day is done, giving up 2 runs and responsible for Nolan McCarthy, who has just given Georgia a 2-run lead in the top of the 8th inning. And he will be replaced now by lefty Drew Blake. Excuse me, lefty Ryan Muir, 6'8" left-hander from Eaton, Colorado. Look, does not walk many guys. This Oklahoma State pitching staff would be a nightmare in an intramural basketball program.
I mean,
they're all 6'8" and 6'9".
It's a get off the bus pitching staff, and we're just making the analogy about Madison Bumgarner. This is Ryan Muir's got a little more mad bum to him here, and he's going to need to channel that kind of mentality here to keep this deficit at 2 runs.
You're going to face Henry Hutter, catcher today. 0 for 2, but hit by a pitch to start the 5-run rally in the 3rd inning for Georgia. Georgia down 3-0. Had a 7-3 lead. Oklahoma State came back to tie it. Georgia has reclaimed the lead with single runs in the 7th and the 8th, and there's still nobody out in this 8th inning. First pitch to the number 9 hitter instead of toss to first. McCarthy was leaning.
Oof. And a little close. I'm not sure if that was a play that was on or if he just kind of noticed last second to try and go over with the runner leaning.
Every time a lefty throws to first, everyone thinks it's a balk, and 99% of the time I think they're right. First pitch, squaring to bunt. Hunter takes ball 1.
Paramount now that you have the 9-hole hitter, if he is going to give himself up, you have to collect this out. Ryan, you're going to be in that low 90 range, top of 96, 97.
Outside, 2-0. McCarthy at first there, started to go and stop. He does not have a good read on Muir's move. Right now, you've got a guy who is struggling against lefties at the plate.
Yeah.
Falling behind him 2-0.
Exactly.
He looks like he's trying to give himself up. I mean, take the out here, right?
No doubt.
Not bunting this time, and he gets hit by a pitch for the 2nd time today. And now Georgia with an opportunity to break things open.
Last thing you can do in that situation. The last possible thing you can do.
Slate offered today. This in the 3rd inning. Bat flip ignited a true battle between the umpires and Josh Holliday, and then later adding a solo shot. He's been on base 4 times today and scored the go-ahead run in the 7th. And Rob Walton out to the mound to make another pitching change. Muir cannot get the man that he wanted. Coming in now is Drew Blake. Say about the new pitcher in a moment. 9-7 Georgia threatening in the top of the 8th. 9-7 Georgia. They have 2 on with nobody out in the top of the 8th. They've already scored a run in this inning. And as Drew Blake comes on, the Stillwater native, making his 24th appearance of the year, he's going to have to go through the top of the Georgia lineup.
Going to sit right around 90, maybe a pop of 93 or 94. And predominantly to the righties. It'll be that cutter and that changeup.
Slade Alford will be the first man he faces, 3 for 3 with a walk, a pair of home runs. He's knocked in 3 today. A chance for Georgia to break this one open. Put themselves in position to face Duke tonight. First pitch misses low, it's 1-0.
I feel this is like a breaking point here as the Duke Blue Devils anxiously awaiting who they will face later on tonight.
Duke at 2-0, looking to get back to Supers for the 4th time since 2018.
Oh.
It's a big cut by Alfred. 1-1.
He want to put that one out of reach for good and get his 3rd bomb of the day.
Eyes look like saucers with the hanging breaking ball. Time is called. There are 7 number 1 seeds that are facing elimination today. Things not going so well for the Vanderbilt Commodores so far. Now 4-0 to Wright State. Remember, they
had to bring that up.
Them. Yes,
brought that up.
Kentucky has pounded Clemson 16-4. Georgia Tech up 3-0 on Ole Miss in the bottom of the 1st. Bouncer, foul. You can catch all that action on squeeze play. Southern Miss, Texas, Georgia leading. Those are 3 other number 1 seeds that are on the ropes.
You got some bracket busters, that's for sure.
Notice your tone changed after you heard the Vanderbilt story.
I'm an eternal optimist.
The 1-2. On the ground to short, could be 2. Ortiz to second for 1. On to first, a double play. And a huge moment there for Blake. 2 outs.
Well, that's what you're asked to do when you come in those kind of spots, especially at the top of the order. You know those hitters are going to want to try and drive him in. Got him out of the front foot. Tailor-made double play and a massive twin killing here to get the Cowboys an out away from going back to the back rack.
Not out of the woods if you're Blake. Rylan Zaborowski, 0 for 4 today, homered yesterday. The first pitch to the DH, down low, 1-0. There is a huge hole in the right side
Massive.
of the infield. The time is called, and they're going to intentionally walk Zaborowski. Oh, he was not happy about that. Bat spiking the intentional walk, taking the bat out of his hand.
I was just thinking that, all right, if you're Drew Blake, you do have a base open. Who would you rather face? Because sometimes there's a comfortability. And regardless of what the scouting report says, sometimes you come out there and you're like, all right, my stuff better suited. And again, I know left on left, left on right. Perhaps that's what's being played here.
But Robbie Burnett is the leading home run hitter for this Georgia team.
To each their own, man.
He's 1 for 4 today. And listen, a 3-run homer here would really
that's close
put
to,
it out of
close
reach.
to curtains. You're right.
I mean, I don't know the difference between the 4-run and 5-run lead is all that great, but the first pitch is a strike, 0-1.
If you're Josh Holliday and Rob Walton, I understand why
I get it.
Why you're doing what you're doing here.
Oh, I think it makes sense. Usually, yeah, in this spot, you feel like you've got the better matchup, and again, like it's a 3-run homer hurts a little more than a 2-run shot if he makes a mistake, but he's also ahead 0-2. And if he goes and throws that breaking ball again, Jensen, he's probably going back to the dugout, and Oklahoma State's got 6 outs to play with to try and erase a 2-run deficit. The 0-2, way outside, 1-2.
See, this is the part where you try and tell young pitchers, and it's easier said than done. Trust me, when the adrenaline's going in this spot, it is a perfect time to you just got to stay through your mechanics. The worst thing you can do is try and overthrow it, because now the hitter kind of breathes a sigh of relief. Okay, because he knew he looked foolish on the 0-1 pitch.
Kid from Stillwater, Drew Blake, trying to keep his team in the game, and he gets Burnett swinging. And the inning is over. What a job to get the double play ball and then the big strikeout of Burnett to end the top of the 8th.
Yeah, Drew Blake doing what you have to do. Elevated, might have missed the location, but again, a little luck on your side. The Pokes gonna try and have a little comeback magic.
Oklahoma State trying to rally from a 2-run deficit. And there is Rob Walton, their pitching coach. 4-year letterman at Oklahoma State. As a player, went to Omaha 4 times, 9 years as the head coach at Oral Roberts before returning to his alma mater as a pitching coach after Josh Holliday was hired. Rob Walton is going to retire at the end of this season at the age of 62. A really great baseball coach. He was passed over for the Oklahoma State job when they hired Josh Holliday, and their AD at the time talked to Josh and said, what do you think about hiring Rob Walton? And so they drove up to Tulsa and talked him into it. And Rob Walton left Oral Roberts, where he'd had a bunch of success, to come be the pitching coach at his alma mater. And this is going to be it.
42 all Big 12 pitchers, 4 first-team All-Americans, 2 Big 12 Pitcher of the Year winners, and 31 MLB draft picks, including 2 first-rounders in Justin Campbell and Jason Hirsch. That's a pretty good resume right there.
3-0 to Brock Thompson. The leadoff man's aboard for Oklahoma State. Well, they're trying to extend Rob Walton's career. Oklahoma State down a pair, but you got 8, 9, and 1 here as the scheduled hitters, and we have seen the bottom of the lineups fueling big rallies before. It's a second straight plate appearance that Thompson reached via the walk. He's been on base 3 times. Now here's Garrett Scholl. He sparked the 4-run rally in the 5th with a leadoff single. First pitch, he takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1. This has been a really intense ball game. It is just body blow after body blow. No one has been able to land the knockout punch to this point. Outside, 1-1. And again, the loser's season is over. The winner then has to play Duke tonight. And if they beat Duke tonight, play a Game 7 tomorrow. 2-1.
And this was the unknown. Is Josh Holliday encouraged by what he sees from his offense? Wes Johnson, he harped on it. What can I get out of my bullpen? And each inning has felt like a mini crisis trying to get through it.
3-1. DJ Radke in jeopardy of putting the 8 and 9 hitters aboard. Remember, Oklahoma State is the home team, even though this game is in Athens. The 3-1. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play, and the count is full. Radke. And McLaughlin getting loose behind him. 3-2. The pitch. Fouled away.
He's starting to reach back for a little more here. 40th pitch now for DJ Radke, and both these coaches looking for premium leverage outs in these final frames.
Thompson away from first, shoulder tying run at the plate. The 3-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Wow. Well, you got every right as an Oklahoma State fan to be angry at that call.
Top of the order with Braden Smith. On base 3 times today. First pitch. Outside, 1-0. Jensen, at some point, someone in this Oklahoma State lineup has to get on the plate and be looking to go the other way,
well,
right? I mean, it's just there's nothing coming into them.
And with that idea,
Smith pops it foul behind the plate.
you have the right part of the lineup to do it. If anyone can go that way to left, Braden Smith has shown the plate discipline to do it. Avery Ortiz too on deck. So you have the right part of the lineup to be able to use all parts here.
The reason why I would think that Radke is trying to stay away is you just do not want to make a mistake, because this ballpark, if you get it in the air, there's a good chance it gets out. 15% of fly balls in this park are home runs. Outside, 2-1.
And if anything, Smith has shown later in games, at least we've seen in this regional, he has had the ability to slow the game down and stay within that idea of what pitch he's looking for and only swing at that.
Little squibber to short, going to be a tough play for Branch. Gloves, throws, he got him. Excellent play by the Georgia shortstop for out number 2.
I mean, time after time, we look at where this infield defense has been anchored, look no further. I mean, funny spin off the barrel and the running throw with the arm strength. That's an A1 effort right there.
On the plate, Thompson goes to second. Here's Avery Ortiz, who homered yesterday. He's 0 for 3 today. The sophomore shortstop facing DJ Radke. First pitch. Takes high, 1-0.
I also think if you're Avery Ortiz here, you're probably going to get plenty of fastballs because we know who's on deck, and you do not want to bring the go-ahead run to the plate.
Nolan Schubert is standing in that on-deck circle. Leading home run hitter has already gone deep today, way outside, 2-0.
Here we go again, that opportunity where you could have the BP fastball. He's not going to do it. But this is where, if you're Avery Ortiz, stay within yourself. Keep the line moving.
He's used that big slow curve. I mean, that's what he got Smith on. Had him way out in front on it. He was just able to get the nub of the bat on it. Fastball foul back. Boy, that was a good pass. Yep, 2-1. Little up maybe for Ortiz, but that was his pitch.
Yeah.
Tying run at the plate, bottom of the 8th, season on the line for these two teams. The pitch, 2-2.
And you could see Ortiz is guessing there a little bit.
Georgia fans to their feet. Two and two the count with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Radke gets out of it. To the 9th we go. Georgia 3 outs away from a regional final.
High octane gas right in your living room. Elevate it and celebrate it. Fantastic job by Radke and Georgia. on the doorstep of playing tonight.
9-7 Georgia leads as we play the top of the 9th inning. Georgia the visitors in this elimination game against Oklahoma State. The winner moves to the regional final tonight against Duke. Trying to win a doubleheader today to force a Game 7 tomorrow. And Trey Phelps starts the 9th inning with a base hit. Let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance. It's Christian Adams, who's had a big day.
Oh, not only that, but man, some light tower power, that home run. How about we followed up with an encore and over the scoreboard, and then maybe the most critical swing of his day. A go-ahead run right now, looming large for the Georgia Bulldogs as they look to close in on a rematch with the Duke Blue Devils coming up tonight.
Adams with a go-ahead base hit in the 7th inning. He's fed the trees twice. Up and in, 1-0.
There's a Top Gun reference in there somewhere.
Are you talking about buzzing the
Buzzing
tower?
the tower.
Negative Ghost Rider, the
Pattern is full.
Yeah. 1-0. Tried to take a swing. He held up, and the count 2-0 now to Adams.
Yeah, Drew Blake, again, as big a shutdown inning as they'll have in this season to keep this at a bloop and a blast deficit. Solid getting out of that last frame. Work to be done here.
Well, he's got to get out of this without any damage because the heart of the order is due in the bottom of the 9th for Oklahoma State. Their scheduled hitters are Schubert, Ritchie, and Brueggemann, the top power sources in the lineup. Two and 0 the count to Adams. 3-0.
That one looked pretty good. You want that one, especially in a 2-0 count, trying to get back in, trying to give yourself at least a chance in the AB. Now if you're Christian Adams, you get a green light if it's in a happy zone.
(3-0). 3-1.
Again, outfield pretty deep. Trey Phelps, be mindful, get yourself a good secondary in case Adams goes shopping in a gap again.
See Mario Pesca, who started the opener for Oklahoma State, getting loose in the bullpen. Pickoff throw. Phelps did not have a good read on that as he was just able to get back. So Pesca again there, getting loose. He's an option. Bouncer to first and past Brueggemann into right field, a base hit. Phelps stutter steps around second. He'll head to third. Georgia has him at the corners with nobody out.
How about a 4-for-5 day? Your left-handed bat in the middle. And Trey Phelps scoots the extra 90, first and third. Now you can lean a little bit on this Oklahoma State pitching staff. Just a simple swing, but with holding the runner on, perfectly placed. And the Dogs in business here tonight.
We talked about insurance runs yesterday. Remember, Duke last night had a 2-run lead and got a couple in the top of the 9th inning. And we're out to a 6-3 win over Georgia. Now Georgia with a chance here, and Rob Walton has made a pitching change. I'll tell you about the new pitcher coming in for Oklahoma State in a moment. It's 9-7 Georgia in the 9th. That's it for Drew Blake, who did a great job getting out of the 8th inning, but now a jam here with runners at the corners in the top of the 9th. And Matthew Brown is in. Freshman from Ontario. very nice year overall. Devin Obie is into the game to pinch run at first for Christian Adams.
Yeah, you'll see from Matthew Brown, low 90s fastball, touch of 94, 95. About a 4-pitch mix, sinker, cutter, slider. Probably more of that sinker and slider to the right-hander Branch. He's looking for at least a ground ball double play, if not a big punch out right here.
Let's see how they position the infield here. I mean, you need to cut down that run at the plate, right? They're a little deeper than you would expect.
Yeah, that shift just a bit over here, so anxious to see kind of these first initial pitches.
Branch 0 for 3. This is a good spot for a safety squeeze, too. Throw over to first, and the runner dies back.
Look at you playing a little old school baseball.
Listen, the safety squeeze, Tampa Bay Rays do it, it's new school.
The Georgia Bulldogs pull off a safety squeeze in this park?
I mean, Wes Johnson worked with Rocco Baldelli, who worked with the Rays, who was in a movie with Kevin Bacon. First pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. Nobody plays a Kevin Bacon. Branch was not bunting there.
Your Branch too. You want everything elevated in the zone. You see where the infield is. Anything to the outfield is a win.
2-run lead for Georgia in the 9th. Obie runs, pitches a ball, and he will steal second easily without a throw.
And so now this opens up options for you with Georgia. And if you're Josh Holliday, you set up the double play here.
Daniel Jackson is in the on-deck circle, runs fairly well. Infield all the way in. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Down low, 2-1. Brueggemann is playing very tight.
He's Anthony Rizzo, like World Series territory close right there.
You see they are all the way in, and Brueggemann might be in even further. 2-1. 2-2.
All right, so out pitch wise, if it's not the four-seamer to righties, you're probably looking at a slider. And if you're going to do it, you better keep that thing down.
He needs a strikeout here. Brown will step off.
It's two schools of thought here, right? You're 2-2. If you elevate the fastball, it must be in. You cannot afford to be anywhere out over the heart of the plate. It's almost a tilt situation, high and tight, low and away.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. And a big first out for Brown.
Well, that's about as book right-hander a spot as you can go, right? Slider off the table. Saw that Branch was probably sitting a little bit more on the heater. Big first out.
Infield stays in for Daniel Jackson. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 8th. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. Entered this game as a pinch hitter.
A guy that has slider bat speed here too. Don't necessarily have to come back with it, but if you do, you can kind of start walking him off the plate.
The 0-1. Big swing and a miss and a hanger, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, probably got away with that. Right idea, right pitch. Just fortunate that Jackson unable to make a connection.
The infield still in. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now the infield can back up at all 4 spots. There's 2 outs for Nolan McCarthy.
Well, this kind of worked out. elevated, backed up on him too. And Jackson thought it was going to be a little bit more down and away. Okay, now, what you can't do if you're Matthew Brown, no emotional letdown here. Those are 2 critical outs. You're feeling great about yourself. Still got the big one left.
Nolan McCarthy, and he's taking a timeout here. Just wanting to make sure that Brown is making eye contact with McCarthy. Again, not wanting to get sped up too much. McCarthy digs in, and opposite field RBI single in the 8th. That gave them this insurance run. First pitch, fouled away, it's 0-1.
Right, so again, knowing that you got a hitter that's choked up like McCarthy, this can open you up a little bit more to wanting to go inside. You don't necessarily have to get it in all the way. But the elevated fastball works here. Pretty much anywhere inside that you want it.
2 regional hosts already out of this tournament. Georgia trying to avoid the same fate as he takes a strike. It's 0-2. Georgia with the lead here. Oregon out yesterday. Clemson just eliminated today.
Wow.
And the count 0-2 on McCarthy. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Matthew Brown strikes out 3 in a row with 2 men in scoring position, and Oklahoma State has a chance in the bottom of the 9th.
Matthew Brown, come on down. Some free air conditioning for the Pokes. Last bats after that brilliant performance. Bloop and a blast time? Come back and see. We got a great one to finish up in game 1.
Bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for Oklahoma State. They will have to do it against Georgia reliever Tyler McLaughlin. Georgia leading 9-7, trying to get to a regional final against Duke and a rematch against the team that they had a sensational game with last night.
Pretty no nonsense with Tyler McLaughlin. It'll be mid-90s fastball, upwards of 97, 98. How about pretty much 70% fastball? This is just going to come back and come after you.
Take a look at some defensive changes here for Georgia. Nolan McCarthy goes to left. Devin Obie stays in the game in center. Trey Phelps is now at first. Trey King has entered the game at second base. So a bunch of changes for Georgia. Nolan Schubert leads off, and the first pitch misses 1-0. Schubert, a home run earlier today. The 3 scheduled hitters for Oklahoma State have homered a combined 6 times in this regional. The 1-0 to the screen, it's 2-0.
Got some certain jitters here for Tyler McLaughlin.
The 2-0 to Schubert. 3-0.
Thought you heard a pin drop before here at Foley Field. Everybody gripping in the stands in that dugout.
It has been a tense nearly 4 hours today. Schubert takes ball 4, and the tying run will come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th. I'll tell you what, Jensen, this has been a 4-hour game. It has not really felt like it. I know it's been 4 hours long, but it has been so intense, and every pitch has mattered so much in this affair.
Well, and now if you're Richie, you just saw 4 straight. Unless it's center cut, be taken right here.
Colin Ritchie, 3 homers in this regional. Tying run at the plate. First pitch. Checks and takes ball 1. And Hunter will sprint out to the mound to talk to McLaughlin.
This is a scary spot as a reliever, just when you come in and you don't have it right away. And then you're in this part of the lineup. Not only Ritchie, but Brugman on deck. You got to believe, yeah. Fire alarm down there in the Georgia Bulldog bullpen.
Zach Harris, who we saw last night, getting loose.
I mean, it is silent here.
The Rocky theme is playing. I'm not sure that Georgia is the underdog in this game. 1-0 the count to Richie. The pitch. And he gets a strike. It's 1-1.
All right, so now as a reliever, this is a whew. All right, now go to work. And if you're Richie, be ready because it's still probably going to be a little ginger getting it in there.
Big cut. 1-2.
You knew it. Richie was all over it, dead red. Just missed it.
Tying run at the plate, bottom of the ninth. Elimination game, loser goes home. The 1-2 popped up, foul and out of play.
As we said, it's been nothing but fastballs. That's what it's going to be most likely. Yeah, it does have the cut fastball. Will show a curve. And it's predominantly old number 1 from Tyler McLaughlin.
The set. And the pitch. Inside, it's 2-2. Count goes full. Colin Brueggemann with 15 home runs on deck would create more trouble for Georgia. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, last of the ninth. McLaughlin's pitch. Fouled away again.
2 real good, healthy cuts for Richie. Just near misses here. A guy that has been so clutch for Oklahoma State, not only in this regional, but for most of this season.
Three-two again. Swinging a drive. Right field. This game is tied. Colin Ritchie's 4th home run of the regional has tied it in the bottom of the ninth. And Wes Johnson is heading out to the mound. This crowd is stunned in Athens.
We featured him in our open, the man in the middle of this Pokes lineup, the biggest poke of the year. In the final inning to keep his team alive and their season potentially moving on.
Zach Harris is going to come into the ball game in this now tie game. Incredible. This has been a seesaw affair. And Oklahoma State comes back again.
Oh my God. You can't ask for anything better if you're Colin Ritchie. What a moment. No doubter. He knew it as soon as it left the bat. The Cowboy fans here absolutely delirious. Look at the dismount.
Now that's a bat spike. But Jensen, you called it. I mean, he had 2 fastballs in that at bat that he was all over. and just missed. And then just needed something that was down in the zone a little bit more.
When you don't have something to at least keep a hitter honest, and that's why you mentioned where the arsenal is just occasional off speed. And you get great hitters, and especially, I know he's a sophomore, but man, he's played way beyond his years here in this regional.
What an impressive player. The other thing is that every single pitch in that at-bat was a fastball, and it was all 94 miles an hour. Like, there was no variance in it. And I think that's really interesting. Zach Harris coming on here for Georgia as they try to force extra innings now. Remember, Oklahoma State is the home team in this elimination game, so if they score a run here in the 9th, they'll advance to the regional final. Very happy, Colin Ritchie.
You think about all the reps you put in the cage, all the things you do in fall ball. Talk about goals, talk about what you want to do for your team in the biggest of moments. And none bigger right there presenting itself and answering it. What a ball game today.
9-9, bottom of the 9th, and there's still nobody out. And Colin Brueggemann will be the first hitter to face Harris. Brueggemann, the senior first baseman. 15 home runs on the year. Multiple time All Big 12 selection. The first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1.
Zach Harris again, going to be the low mid-90s. He'll touch a 96, 97, primarily a sinker slider change.
St. Louis area native Brueggemann waits for the pitch from Harris. Swing and a miss, raw speed, real good one.
Last time we saw him, he did have that changeup working early and often. Nice little speed him up, slow him down right here to Brueggemann.
9-9 game, bottom 9. 0-2. In the dirt.
Now you mentioned haymakers. Both these teams been hitting each other. It's been a prize fight. And have we seen yet another big blow from Oklahoma State via the long ball?
Nobody has delivered the knockout punch yet. The 1-2. Just got a piece. Way out in front on that off-speed offering again.
Resilience was the theme that Josh Holliday gave about his group. Never down and out, finding a way to win, finding a way to stay alive.
1-6 in league play at one point. Rallied late in the season to make their 12th straight regional. Now trying to come off the deck again in this game. Brueggemann past a diving King into right center, a base hit, and the winning run is aboard. Colin Brueggemann on base for the 3rd straight plate appearance.
Yeah, that was even with King in short right field too. Extra real estate didn't matter. That ball scorched 108 off the bat. And your winning run standing at first base.
Ian Doherty today 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. 9-9 bottom 9. Squares to bunt, takes a strike, 0-1.
We've had 2 times now in this game where you've had relievers come in for Georgia not recording out. And both times it has burned Georgia.
Do you think that was for sure, or do you think Doherty's actually thinking about bunting here?
We're finding out right here.
He is squaring, and he bunts it foul. It's 0-2. The run expectancy, moving a runner from first to second, even on the bottom of the 9th, isn't all that great. And so you're down towards the bottom of the order. I understand it's maybe a tough right matchup here for Doherty, but a little bit surprised. Need to get that guy to third with one out if you can. Brueggemann not really a threat to run. No stolen base attempts. The 0-2, he squares the bunt again, and he bunts it foul, and that's a strikeout. And Doherty down on 3 pitches, and it'll bring up Alex Conover. And in the second inning, he did this.
There's been a few no-doubters. That one, just a lot of the left-handed bats for Oklahoma State have really feasted on a short porch and right.
1 for 4 for Conover today. To the right side, glove by Phelps, goes to second for 1, on to first, and Harris missed the bag. Conover safe, Harris couldn't find the footing, and the inning continues.
Well, good job by Harris getting over to first to even have an attempt at it. First to feed is good. Phelps gets it in plenty of time, and then the throw back is actually on the money, and Harris just overruns the bag. Got to get to the bag first and then look for the ball, so still some life here for Oklahoma State.
Brock Thompson on base 3 times today, walks in each of his last 2 plate appearances. Conover 5 of 7 in stolen base attempts. Wasn't running all well down that line. Fouled at the plate, 0-1. Thompson, the freshman, Josh Holliday, really high on his future. He's played every day at third base, very good defender. Has the potential to be an all-league player down the road. Here's the 0-1. Drive to left. Going back, still going back to the fence, it's gone! Oklahoma State wins! The freshman, Brock Thompson, with an opposite field walk-off 2-run homer. And the Cowboys have eliminated the number 1 seed Georgia with 4 in the 9th.
A surreal performance. Oklahoma State capitalizing on a Georgia bullpen that remained ineffective, and the home runs have carried the Cowboys into tonight.
An absolute stunner as Oklahoma State scores 4 in the bottom of the 9th to walk off Georgia.
Any ball to left field this weekend has had a chance. Backside for the walk-off. Celebrate the biggest poke of their season.
The Pokes with a massive upset.
Dugout knew it. Absolute shock. The number 7 national seed is going home.
Heartbreaking finish to what was a great season for Georgia, as Oklahoma State stuns them in the bottom of the 9th and advances to the regional final against Duke. Oklahoma State with 15 home runs now in this regional. Colin Ritchie, the game-tying 2-run shot. Brock Thompson, the game winner, and Slade Alford, who likely has played his last game. He's on his way to Pro Bowl. Been such a big contributor the last 2 years. Oklahoma State survives, and they will take on Duke tonight in the regional final. Somehow, this resilient Oklahoma State squad survives. 11-9 the final.
And maybe one of the stories of the tournament, considering what they've gone through off the field, the losses they've suffered, and also just the human element of these guys having to basically rebuild not only where they live, but their team identity. Some senior leaders, some young kids stepping up, and that man, the hero, to send them to the regional final tonight.
And we are very pleased to be joined now by one of the many heroes for Oklahoma State. The young man with the walk-off, Brock Thompson, is with us. Brock, Mike Farron, and Jensen Lewis, congratulations. Do you even remember running around the bases?
Not really. I kind of hit it and just put my head down. Just kind of hoping for the best.
Yeah, Brock, we've seen you guys just absolutely obliterate baseballs this weekend, and it would only be fitting that in this park, you guys beat the team that hit the most home runs in college baseball. What does it feel like to see your offense come through?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, we knew it was going to be a big battle. Georgia's a great ball club, and we were down a little bit, and Richie got the party started early and kind of got all the team vibes going high.
Take us through that at bat in driving the ball out the other way.
Going up there, Josh was talking to me. He said he was going to throw me all the way. So I kind of just got, super high on the dish, and he was right and just threw it all the way. So, it made it pretty easy to get that ball in the barrel and hit the other way.
Brock, resiliency has been an attribute of your club throughout the year. So many things that you guys have had to overcome both on and off the field. You now get an opportunity to extend your season and play the Blue Devils tonight with a chance to go to a winner-take-all game tomorrow. What's that feel like?
It feels good. That's what we were talking about this morning, and, that was our goal. So no one's super surprised in here right now, getting ready for this game.
All right, Brock, we'll let you get something to eat. Go have an Uncrustable and a couple of Gatorades, and we'll see you in a couple hours.
All right, thank you, guys.
Brock Thompson keeps Oklahoma State's season alive. They get 4 in the 9th, and number 1 Georgia is out. Oklahoma State plays Duke tonight. Duke, with a win, moves to Super Regionals. 11-9 the final. Oklahoma State wins. Now for Jensen Lewis and our entire crew in Athens, Georgia, I'm Mike Farron. Thank you for joining us for this elimination game. Coming up next, we send things to Nashville. Clay Matvick, Greg Olson have an elimination game between Wright State and the number 1 overall seed, Vanderbilt.